Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoch for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoch State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoch State Farm.
So welcome to Stevenson University. You can hear the marching band out on the field entertaining the crowd here. I'm Tom Ferguson. You're listening to Wilkes Football on GoWilkesU.com and the John Mendola Show Network. And we're proud to bring you Colonels football on the road here from Owings Mills, Maryland. And what's going to be a big matchup between the teams sitting at number 3 and number 4 in the MAC as Wilkes takes on the Stevenson University Mustangs. Colonels coming into the contest 4-3 overall in the season, coming off a big 31-16 victory over FDU Florham on the road. That was a game in which Wilkes led 31-7 at halftime, and the defense stepped up huge. 4 interceptions on the day. They only gave up 9 points in the second half. The offense couldn't quite get those first downs they needed to salt the game away until the last possession, but it was the defense that held strong for the Colonels and enabled Wilkes to come away with a victory. Their 3rd straight victory on the season. They have been very, very impressive as we've gotten to the middle part and now the last couple games of the season here. This is the 3rd to last game. Remember, they're home against Lycoming next week. They're off the week after that, and then they're home against Kings in the Mayor's Cup game at Schmidt Stadium to close out the regular season. Wilkes, 0-10 last year, 4-3 already this year. Believe it or not, they're in at least contention right now with where they sit in the conference at number 4 for a possible ECAC Bowl, maybe in that MAC Centennial Conference Bowl Series. I don't know. It all kind of depends on what happens these next couple games. But this is the game that's going to tell us if Wilkes is for real this season, if they have an opportunity to really have a special season. Stevenson coming into the contest, they're 5-2. Stevenson has won their 4 of their last 5 games. Their only loss in that stretch to Delaware Valley, 31-20. Here, that was a game that they led, and DVU was able to come back and win that game. They lost to Frostburg State to open the season. Were able to knock off Bridge, trying to remember which Bridgeport it was, or Bridge State, but they knocked them off 35-23 second week of the season. Then they beat Albright in their first MAC game 50-21. They beat Kings 38-17. Lost to Delaware Valley 31-20. They're coming off a 20-6 win over Widener. Also have a 36-7 win over Lebanon Valley. So Stevenson has been impressive. They have not allowed an opponent to get over 300 yards of total offense in their last 5 games. For a preview as to what's going to happen with Stevenson, and a little reflection back to the game against FDU from last week. I got a chance to sit down with Coach Jonathan Drock. Here's what he had to say about the Wilkes Colonels.
Getting ready for the Wilkes football pregame show here on the John Mendola Show Network, and Wilkes taking on Stevenson. We have Coach John Drock alongside us. Coach, we'll get to the Mustangs in a minute, but let's talk about last weekend. Massive win on the road. Couldn't have started any better on offense. 7 for 7 on 3rd downs in the first half. 15 first downs, in the first half, 15 first downs, 4 touchdowns, a field goal in the first 5 possessions. What the heck happened there?
We were playing well. I mean, when we play well, we can do that. You know what I mean? I think we have the tools and the weapons to really stress people vertically and in the run game, and we put a lot of those things together, and Jose played extremely well, and the guys up front were doing a great job of creating some time, and then our guys downfield were getting open, and then mixed that in with a little bit of the run game between Tragna and Wiley, and those guys both did a great job for us too. So I think all the pieces kind of clicked, and the defense, really honest, it was the key linchpin to that entire thing. They got us the ball back. They got us great field position. Special teams played well in that first half, so there were a lot of things clicking our way.
I mean, as good as the offense was in that first half, like you said, the defense really shined, and that, I would say, that's probably their best game that they've played all season. 4 takeaways, FDU was 3 of 12 on third downs. They only had 9 first downs for the whole game. They held Jagger Green, one of the best quarterbacks in the conference, pretty much in check. What was it that was just working?
I thought the game plan and stuff that Coach Merritt and Elder and Vega and Danielson put together was excellent. I thought our kids knew what they needed to do. They knew how to execute it really, really well, and the kids went out and executed a great plan. When you can do that, I thought that Jagger was confused the entire game, never really felt comfortable in the pocket with some of the pressure schemes, never really felt comfortable throwing the football with all the different variations of coverages and stuff he was seeing. And that was the point. We wanted to make him uncomfortable. He's a very, very good senior quarterback. So it says a lot for when a defense can kind of confuse him a little bit and do some things that he hasn't seen before. So I think that they did an excellent job of executing that. And like I said, I think that was the big takeaway for me, is that was probably their best game that they've played. And they did a great job of getting the football back to us offensively. And then when we weren't playing great offensively in the second half, they continued to play spectacular. They were definitely the show on last Friday night.
And it seemed like you mentioned pressure. I mean, a lot of 3-4 man rushes were the ones that were getting that pressure.
Yeah.
How important is that to have that kind of production from your defensive line, especially against a passing offense like that?
I think it's very important, because you can play coverage and you can still get pressure. That makes a big difference in a football game. Vinny Werner and Dane and all those guys up front did a spectacular job. Pat Rickey, I mean, I can keep going on and on. We rotated a ton of guys up there. But at the same time, I think that they were helped by the back end. You know what I mean? Keeping that quarterback confused, not knowing where he can get a quick outlet with a senior quarterback like that makes him hold the ball a little bit, and then that lets that pressure get home.
Jose and Jeff continued their hot streak on offense. They connected on 3 more touchdowns in the first half. But I thought the big play to kind of start the scoring and set the tone was the 49-yard touchdown pass to Juan Salas Negron to kind of open up the scoring for everybody, kind of get you guys rolling. You've mentioned him a few times in the pregame, so how happy were you to see him kind of rewarded for his hard work with that touchdown, and how big was that to kind of help set the tone?
I think it was big. You know what I mean? That was actually a check by the quarterback on that play. He recognized something in the coverage, and he was able to get to something he wanted to be in. And we give those guys a lot of freedom in that aspect of our offense, and they went out and they made a play. I thought Juan's did a great job all year, and all 4 of those guys, including throwing our tight ends and everybody else, have done a spectacular job. You know what I mean? I think when they have opportunities, someone steps up. We talk about that all the time, is that when it's your turn to make a play, you need to go make that play. And I think he stepped up in that situation and made a big play for us, and really did set the tone for that first half.
As good as the offense was in the first half, we kind of touched on it. The second half was a struggle for them. The defense obviously stepped up and helped out, but it seemed like FDU's pressure really ratcheted up a few notches and disrupted some things. Is that kind of what you saw?
Honestly, I think they were able to do some things in their front. They weren't doing a whole lot more with, honestly, bringing pressure. It was more getting free with the guys they were bringing. They capitalized on a couple of matchups here and there for them, and then we didn't do a great job up front of communicating in that second half. And then we left a lot of plays out there. There were times when we had opportunities to make plays down the field, and when there were guys wide open, and we missed a block here or there. We slid the offensive line the wrong way when they should have been going a different way. We had a lot of missed assignments there. So a lot of credit to them on their halftime adjustments and some of the things that they did. But at the same time, it was us more not capitalizing on opportunities more than anything else.
And through all the punts, the fumble, the penalties, you guys still got the ball with 4:31 to go, and your senior running back, Brandon Taragna, steps in, rushes for more yards in that game than he pretty much did all season to kind of help salt that game away. He struggled to kind of find that room, but how happy were you to see him step up in that big spot, kind of keep the ball away from FDU?
I think he's done a great job. I think we talk about playing 4-minute offense. Those are situational things that we have done, throughout the course of the season to prepare for situations like that. And you need to get first downs and kind of put it on the offensive line and the backs at that point to say, hey, everybody knows we're going to run the football. The crowd knows we're going to run the football. We know we're going to run the football. The defense knows we're going to run the football. Now we just have to be able to go do it. And they did a great job of covering people up, and then Brandon was able to get free on a couple runs and did a nice job.
Talking with Coach Strock here ahead of the Stevenson game. So, Coach, now with Wilkes at 3-2 in the MAC, 4th in the conference, another road test this weekend with the team in 3rd in Stevenson. Coach Hoddle's been with the program since it started. He's turned them into, I would say, perennial contenders for the conference in just 8 years. What kind of stands out to you about the Mustangs?
They're extremely fast. Their team speed is excellent. I don't know that we've seen that much team speed since we played Del Val. Across the board, defensively, they're fast, they're athletic, they're tenacious. They really do a great job of running to the football. They're not going to be a team that's going to do a million different things, but they're really, really good at what they do. Offensively, Ty Crabb is doing a pretty good job stepping in for their injured quarterback.
Right.
And I think that he brings a different dynamic to their offense, where he is a dynamic athlete and can really hurt you with his legs, and a gifted thrower, where I think before they were a much more pass-happy football team.
Right.
You know what I mean? Where they wanted to chuck it around and spread it around a little bit more, and having a fifth-year senior quarterback, again, it gives you a lot of opportunities to do that versus a sophomore in Ty that limits you maybe a little bit and maybe changes you a little bit offensively. But I think they do a great job of playing to their kids' strengths. You know, they see what they have, they call plays for their kids' strengths, and they do a great job of game planning for that.
Let's talk more about that defense. Outstanding they've been so far this year. They held a potent Widener offense, just 6 points last week, none in the second half. They forced 3 turnovers, including a fumble recovery touchdown and pretty much a game-clinching interception. Hanif Jones just got named the D3Football.com Team of the Week. What's working for their defense, and where can Wilkes kind of find holes to punch through?
I think that they're doing what they do, and they just do it really, really well. They're a base 3-4 defense, and they play a lot of different coverage schemes to try to confuse your quarterback. And I think they have some crazy stat where they've limited the last 5 opponents to under 300 yards. And that's probably even less than that if you count their first-team defense when they're not pulling some of those guys later in games. So they're just playing extremely fast right now, and that's giving teams fits. You know what I mean? I think that they've played some teams that are very, very good opponents, but they don't have the athletes back taking the snap that we have. You know what I mean? So they're going to have to do some different things to try to stop Jose than maybe they would have done to stop others. Jose is such a unique mix of a passer and a runner that he creates matchup problems for you all over the field, because you have to have guys with their eyes on him. And if you leave one linebacker with his eyes on him to spy him, there's a very good chance he'll beat him.
Right.
You know what I mean? With his legs. And you're also taking another player away from your coverage. So you have to kind of make that fine line decision on what you want to do against such a dynamic player like that. Then we have athletes all over the field. Like I said, I think that you go double team Derek, or you double team Jeff, and then Yannick gets open, or you double team Yannick and then Juan gets open. You know what I mean? They're gonna have to pick and choose their poisons, and we're pretty dynamic on offense, and we're pretty confident in what we're doing. And I think we'll pose some problems for them that they haven't seen to this point in the season as far as offenses go.
One thing that I sense, and tell me if I'm wrong, but is that last season I feel like put a little chip on this year's squad's shoulders. It just seems like every game feels like a statement from these kids that last year was kind of an anomaly, and this year is completely different. Is that kind of the feeling you get?
We play with a chip on our shoulder. There's no doubt about it. I mean, that's one thing that we've talked about for a long time since I got here in the spring, and I'm glad that comes across, because that's one of the things that we really, really try to push with our guys, is that we're out to go execute the best of our ability and gain the respect of our opponent, and do the best that we possibly can to win football games. You know what I mean? And we're going to leave everything we have on the field, and teams are going to know when they play us. They'll be pretty sore afterwards, win, lose, or draw. We're going to be the most physical football team on the field, and we're going to be tough mentally and physically. I think that if that's what's coming across, I think that that's what we want. You know what I mean? I think we still have a long way to go.
Right.
But I think we're learning. You know what I mean? And we're getting a little bit better every week. And a great road win last week, and then this will be an even bigger test this week against a football team that I probably think is one of the top 2 teams in the conference as far as what I've seen across the board as I've looked at the entire conference. And I think they have the ability to win the conference every year. They have great gifted athletes, and we're excited to go down there and have an opportunity to go DC the number 3 team and cement ourselves at the top of the conference and have an opportunity to go compete for postseason play. At this point, we're definitely in the mix to be in one of those bowl games, and we're definitely in the mix for an ECAC game possibly. So we know we need to go take care of our business every week, and that'll put us in a situation where we haven't been in a long time. You know what I mean? I think this is the first time we've been over 500 in 6 or 7 years, I believe.
I think it was 2013.
13
and
or something like that.
That was the first game of the season.
Yeah.
And it's the first time they won 3 games since 3 games in a row since 2009.
Yeah. So I mean, we've definitely done some things this year, I know, that are a little bit different, but at the same time, we're not nearly finished yet.
So Wilkes taking on Stevenson. Should be a fun game in Owings Mills. Coach, as always, we appreciate your time.
Thanks so much.
So Wilkes wins the toss. Thanks so much to Coach Drock for joining us here on the Wilkes Football Pregame Show. Wilkes wins and defers to the second half. So that's how this game will start with Stevenson and the Colonels. It's homecoming here. There's a great crowd on hand. It's going to be exciting here between the Mustangs and the Colonels. We'll take a break. We'll be back with the opening kick between Wilkes and Stevenson. You're listening to Colonel Football on the John Mendola Show Network and on GoWilkesU.com.
Are you craving that homemade Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza. Delicious pasta dishes. Scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com. Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza. Delicious pasta dishes. Scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
So the national anthem wraps up here. Stevenson playing host to the Colonels. It's Wilkes Football, the John Mendola Show Network, and GoWilkesU.com. I'm Tom Ferguson. We're live from Owings Mills, Maryland for this afternoon's contest. It's the only game in the noon hour in the MAC. Some of the other games to pay attention to starting at 1, FDU up at Misericordia. Alvernia in Williamsport taking on Lycoming. Delaware Valley, number 21 in the country, in Annville taking on Lebanon Valley. And Kings traveling back down to Reading to take on Albright. All those games starting at 1 o'clock in the afternoon. The only team, there's only one team on the bye this week in the MAC. So the Colonels won the toss. They have deferred. So it will be the Stevenson Mustangs. Head coach Ed Huddle, his 11th season overall, his 8th season at the helm for Stevenson. Pretty much started this program from the ground up and built it into a perennial conference power right away. And he's done a great job here with the Mustangs. 57-54 overall in his 11th season at the helm. So back to receive. I think is that Barnes alongside Vince Lee for the Mustangs. They're going to be moving right to left. They're in their home black uniforms, the silver numbers with a forest green trim. Wilkes counters in the away whites, all white with a navy and gold trim. The blue numbers, or the navy numbers with the gold trim. And the gold helmets with the Wilkes logo. Cutter off, set to kick here. He's got the ball, far side 35-yard line. Approaches it, puts his right foot to it, end over end kick. We're underway at Stevenson. Lee going to take it his own 3-yard line. Now comes out across the 15. He's across the 20. He's wrapped up and dropped, still on his feet across the 25. They're going to mark him down around the 26-yard line with forward progress. So that's where the Mustangs will take over. 14:52 to go here, 1st and 10 from their own 26-yard line. Ty Crabb, the sophomore quarterback from Burke, Virginia, has had to step in for the injured Dan Williams. Ty, more of a runner, 39 rushes, 168 yards, and 3 touchdowns this year. He has thrown 38 times for 390 yards on the season. He comes out of a shotgun, 2-by-2, 1st and 10 from his own 26-yard line. He's going to hand it off, running off the right side is Titus Johnson, who is hit as he gets out close to the 29-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup to start it off. So Johnson out there. Some of the receivers we'll see today. Vince Lee, we just saw him return a kick. Chaz Lyles, their leading receiver, the junior from Washington, 44 catches, 438 yards, and Sebastian Vanker, a senior from Rockville, Maryland. Vanker and Lyles are bunched together near side. They're bunched to the top as well. It's another 2x2, but they're one after the other. Another shotgun, sidecar right, 2nd and 6. Crabb facing 4 down linemen from the Colonels. Handoff on the give, and now it's Crabb on a keep, and he's taken down. That's a great defensive play there for Wilkes. Lucas Wood, the middle linebacker, able to hit Crabb right at the line of scrimmage on the read. And the Colonels now force the first 3rd down of the game. 3rd and about 7, it looks like. So now it's 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Lyles is the isolation near side. 3 down linemen for the Colonels. Shotgun once again. Crabb gets the snap, back he goes. He's looking towards Lyles, looking for him on the out pattern, and it's complete at around the 37-yard line. It should be a first down. They're going to mark him out at the 38. So he gets beyond the sticks on the 9-yard pickup. Easy pitch and catch there. Pick up the first down and move the chains for the Mustangs. They get to the line quickly. Trips to the top. They got one receiver in tight. I think that's Johnson. It looks like it's Lyles in the backfield. Now they reset. Shotgun, 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Wing right, 1st and 10 for Ty Crabb. Sidecar left, looking for the quick out pass. Oh, it's almost intercepted. It's dropped. Incomplete. Najir Woods read it. It was intended for Vanker. Crabb was under duress, had to get rid of it, and Woods almost had a pick. I think on the blitz there was Murphy who had an open look at Crabb. So an incomplete pass. Makes it 2nd and 10. Ball on the near side, 38-yard line. No score. 12:58 to go first quarter. Stevenson right to left with the football. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Vanker is isolation near side. Crabb. Sidecar right out of the shotgun. Looks quickly to that right side. Looking to complete it. Wilkes able to get in there. It's another incomplete pass. That pass intended for the receiver Malcolm Amobi. But it's an incomplete pass, and it forces 3rd down, 3rd and 10 here. So Stevenson into 3rd and long here, trying those quick out passes, not working. Wilkes had that one scouted well again. 4 down linemen for the Colonels here, trips to the top. Tight left. Crabb on a quick step, rolls to his right, looking downfield, has a man in the flat, has to dump it short to Amobi, but he's not going to get to the first down marker. He's knocked out of bounds. Around the 44-yard line. It's a 6-yard pickup, well shy of the sticks. And so the Colonels force a punt. And it will be Brandon Ribeiro, the sophomore, on the punt. 4th and short here. Ball right at the 45-yard line. So they're going to give him 7 yards on that completion. So the Colonel defense, after giving up an initial first down, makes it stand up. Here's the punt, bit of a wobbler. Kick to the far side. Cadis grabs it around his own 20. He's knocked backwards. Great coverage there from Stevenson. And the Colonels will take over against the Stevenson Mustangs defense. That's been pretty good. 2nd overall in the conference, 303 yards per game against. Just behind DVU. 12:08 to go, first quarter, no score. Wilkes, their first possession from their own 18-yard line. Our first look at Jose Tabora this afternoon, 2,000 yards passing, 19 touchdowns. He's run for 418 yards and 5 scores as well. 2 to the top with Stieber and Yannick. It's Nelson near side isolation. Pistol look with Wiley behind Tabora. Harrison tight right. Some pressure on the edges, this 3-4 defense from Stevenson. Tabora, 1st and 10 from his own 18-yard line, left to right, play action. Back he goes, looks over the middle, steps up, lofts it high for Yannick, in some traffic and incomplete. Lots of defenders in and around that area. I think it was Brody Coleman that comes up with a knockdown. Incomplete pass. Jeff Stieber on the season. 49 catches already this year, 673 yards, 9 touchdowns. Had a 3-touchdown game against FDU last week, the 2nd in a row for him. Yannick goes to the top, Stieber near side. They go double tight to the right with Wiley, single back. Now they bring the double tight ends, Deem and Jones, to the left side. They bring Stieber in motion. They're going to hand it off to Stieber, looking to try to get him on the edge. Cuts up the field. He's not going to get much, maybe a yard. This is a good team against the rush. They're decent. 5th in the conference, Stevenson, as Stieber grabs a yard. They haven't really run too many end-arounds with Stieber so far this year, has Wilkes, and that brings up 3rd down. Wilkes is really good again on 3rd down here. Coach Strock has his team at 52.8%. That's 7th in the country, tops of the conference. But they've got 3rd and 9 here. 2 to the near side, Nelson, and another receiver in the slots, a 2x2 out of a shotgun here for Tabora. Sidecar left with Wiley. 11:22 to go, first quarter, no score. Now it's trips to the near side with Yannick. Back goes Tabora. Flag comes flying out immediately. Tabora under some duress, just going to try to run out of bounds, and he's pushed out of bounds right on the line at the 25. And we'll check the flag here. It came from the side nearest to us, the judge, and it's offside against Stevenson. So that'll help Wilkes out a little bit. Here's the official. Offside called against Isaiah Pitts. A 5-yard penalty. Helps Wilkes out. Moves the ball to the 24-yard line. Makes it 3rd and 4 now. Let's see if this changes things for the Colonels. Only the Stieber end around so far as their running play. 2 to the top with Stieber and Salas Negron. It's Nelson near side, Harrison tight left. Pistol, Wiley behind Tabora. No score, 10:54 to go first quarter. Ball on the near side hash. Tabora trying to point out coverage, brings Harrison in motion to the near side. Now he's tight right. Back goes Tabora. Looks, has time, nowhere to go, has to step on the pocket. Tabora under duress, and down he goes for the sack. In on the stop there was Hanif Jones, who made the D3Football.com Defensive Team of the Week. And a loss of a yard on the play for Jose Tabora. This is a Stevenson team that can get after the quarterback a little bit. But they're stout up front, and they're going to force a punt here from Wilkes. Back to receive is Lee, standing at his own 40-yard line. Now this is Yannick to punt away. He gets this one. It's a wobbly end-over-end kick that bounces inside the Stevenson 45 and takes a great Colonel roll all the way down inside the 20, and it's down at the 19-yard line. So Yannick had to punt a little bit against FDU. They trot him out there on this situation. So 2 punts, no score, 9:50 to go first quarter, and Stevenson takes over from their own 19. Again, the only game in the MAC happening right now. Everybody else kicks off at 1. Widener off this week. One at the near side, one at the top. Full house in the backfield with a pistol. Shotgun, almost like a bow and arrow, crossbow in a way. Handoff going to run off the right side. No, it's going to be a keeper this time by Crabb, who's got nowhere to go. He's hitting the backfield. He tried to stretch it to the open side of the field. Great pursuit there by Zach Weber to come up with a stop on the Crabb keeper. He loses a yard. So the Colonel defense coming to play here against the rush. Wilkes has been all right. 89th in the country, 3rd in the conference, 128 per game. 3 to the top. Shotgun again for Crabb. Sidecar right. 2nd and 11. Handoff, no play action. Looks over the middle, has his man. It's complete across the 35. Lyles gets into the 40, and he's down at the 42-yard line. Got behind the linebackers and in front of the safeties there, Chang and Weber on the stop, but the ball moves quickly to the 42-yard line, a pickup of 24 yards. So they connect there. Second first down of the game for Stevenson. 1st and 10 from their own 42-yard line. The ball's on the near side hash. They've got two receivers to the top, wing right. Handoff. Running off that right side as Johnson gets to midfield. Titus picks up 8 on the play. Good blocking up front. Stevenson gets to the line quickly, running some tempo here. Handoff once again to Johnson. Johnson's got a first down into Wilkes territory. They're going to mark him down around the 45 on the 5-yard pickup. So Stevenson not wasting time with 8:17 to go here in the first. They've got a 1st and 10 at the Wilkes 45-yard line, running a few players on and off here. Stango into the game. He goes to the top alongside Lyles and Lee. Tight left with Riley Hodge. And in the backfield, I believe that's Kevin Jompy. Crabb has Jompy sidecar left. 1st and 10 from the Wilkes 45. Crabb going to try to run off the left side. Cuts back up the middle of the field. He's hit as he crosses the 40, getting 9, 10, 11 yards, running through tacklers. Keeping the legs pumping. He picks up 10. So the tempo bothering Wilkes. Ty Crabb on the carry to the Wilkes 35-yard line. 7:39 to go, no score. 1st and 10 for Stevenson at the Wilkes 35. They're on the far side hash, moving right to left. Colonels with 4 down linemen. Shotgun, tight right, trips to the near side for Crabb. Choppy, sidecar left. Stands at his own 40-yard line. Going to be a keeper for Crabb running off the left side. Now sets up a screen to Stango. Has a couple blockers in front of him. And he gets out across the 30 inside to the 27-yard line. An 8-yard pickup to Stango there. Crabb pretty much kept it until the last possible second as he sprinted to his left and threw it to Stango to set up the screen. Well designed there. Lee goes to the top. He's in isolation. 2nd and 2 here. Shotgun once again for Crabb. Gets the snap. Going to be a handoff. No, it's a keeper. Now Crabb running the option, gets it to Lyles, who's going to pick up the first down. As he crosses the 25, Crabb was buried, but he got rid of it to Lyles, and Lyles actually tiptoes the sideline and gets to the 23-yard line. So it's a pickup of 4. And now, time called for as there is a fallen Mustang, which benefits Wilkes right now to slow the pace a little bit. That's Connor Davis, the starting left tackle, 6'4" junior from Boonton, New Jersey. And he's going to get up and walk off. Seems to be okay. 6:26, no score. Stevenson, 5 first downs already in this game. Ty Crabb, 4 for 6, 46 yards. He's also run 3 times for 9 yards right now. Colonels on their heels a little bit defensively. So they come out 2-by-2 to Stevenson. Shotgun, sidecar left with Johnson is Crabb. Ball on the near side, 1st and 10 from the Wilkes 23-yard line. Crabb, back he goes. Looks quickly near side to Johnson. Johnson picks it up. He's inside the 20, and he's taken down by Bud Moyer. Picks him up at the 18-yard line. 5-yard pickup to Johnson. So Stevenson really just moving the ball well. Two by two again. 2nd and 5 from the Wilkes 18-yard line. Crabb with 5:37 to go, no score. Shotgun, play action. Looks, and it's tipped. Moyer came on a blitz, jumped and left his feet, and knocked the pass down as Crabb couldn't get it over him. So that's going to bring up 3rd down. Third and 5 from the Colonel 18-yard line. Brandon Ribeiro, by the way, the kicker, is 1 for 2 this season on field goals. I don't think he's the primary kicker. I think he'd come in because of injury earlier this year. 2-by-2 again. But they got the receivers stacked on both sides. Back goes Crabbe. He's going to try to run it off the right side, and the Wilkes Colonels are there to stop him, but they get him short. He got inside the 15. He needed the 13-yard line. I think they're going to mark him a yard shy. I think that's a 4-yard pickup. He needed 5. Decision time here for Stevenson. I think they're going for this. Stevenson running people out. Yeah, they're going for this. They're going to line up. And Crabbe's going to be near side now. It's going to be a direct snap to Lyles here. Wilkes has to be ready for it. They bring Crabbe in motion. Going to be Lyles trying to run up the middle. Now trying to find the edge. Can Lyles get there? He does! He's got the edge. He's got the end zone. Touchdown, Stevenson. Lucas Wood and Devin Fink got tripped up as they tried to beat Lyles to the edge. They fell. It opened it up, and he runs it in from 14 yards out. So they convert on 4th down. They get the touchdown, and it's Ribeiro on to kick the extra point. Snap good, hold down, kick is up, and it hits the upright and bounces out. So it's just 6-0. Wilkes trailing Stevenson. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
So welcome back. Mustang Stadium, Owings Mills, Maryland, 6-0. Stevenson on top of Wilkes. An 11-play, 81-yard drive that takes almost 5 minutes off the clock. And the Mustangs are on top of the Colonels, 6-0. On the missed extra point from Brandon Ribeiro. So it will be Fink and Cadis back to receive for the Colonels. On their first offensive possession, go 3 and out. Coach Drock before the game talked about time of possession, being able to hold on to the football, grind out some yardage. That's going to be something Wilkes is going to have to do to keep this Stevenson team off the field offensively, but it's tough with their defense and how stout they are. Here's the kick from Ribeiro. It's an end-over-end kick, and it's going to be taken by Fink, his own 10-yard line. Now he comes across the 15, the 20, trying to get away, and he's taken down. Great open field tackle at the 19-yard line. I think that was Brad Kinkner on the stop. Big play for him in kick coverage. Might have been Austin Raines making the play there on the kick return coverage there, or kickoff coverage. So 4:47 to go. Wilkes, not great field position again. They started the 18, their last drive. They're on the 19 here. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Double tight either side for Tabora. Empty gun. Tabora just going to try to run it off the right side. Gets a few blocks and dives forward across the 20, out to the 23-yard line, a 4-yard pickup. Wilkes had a perfect first half against FDU in terms of their ability to pick up first downs. 7 for 7 on third downs, 15 first downs. They scored on all 5 of their possessions. But they struggled in the second half against FDU when that pressure came. 2 to the top with Stieber and Yannick. Nelson near side. Shotgun this time with a sidecar to the left with Wiley for Tabora. 2nd and 6. Handoff is going to be Wiley trying to find the edge. Now trying to turn upfield. He cannot. He's met by Isaiah Pitts, and he loses a yard on the edge. Great speed from Pitts to get there. And that's going to bring up third down. So now it's 3rd and 7. Coach Strock mentioned the speed. The team's speed for Stevenson going to be an issue here. So the Colonels go with Stieber and Salas Negron to the top. It's Ermias and Nelson to the near side. Actually, they go 5 wide. 3 to the top, 2 to the near side. Yannick in the slot as well. Empty gun. for Tabora. Back he goes, fakes the run, quick pass over the middle. It's complete for a first down across the 30-yard line, out to the 32 to Nick Yannick. So they're able to get from the 22 to the 32 on a 10-yard pickup. And they pick up the first down of the game for the Colonels. So 1st and 10 from their own 32-yard line. 3:10 to go here first quarter. They trail 6-0 to Stevenson. Steber to the top. Near side is Salas Negron. They go double tight either side, and Tabora's going to go under center. Wiley, single back behind him. 4-down lineman for Stevenson. They're going to run Wiley up the middle, and he's got nowhere to go. He loses a yard. Mike Datu on the stop. Ashton Leschke in there as well. Or Leschke, excuse me. And it's a yard loss for Wiley. So running doesn't seem to be an option for Wilkes here, at least early. They're not getting that push on the line. Steber to the top. Yannick near side. Double tight again. Single back. Wiley again is behind Tabora. He's going to go under center. 2nd and 11 from his own 31-yard line. Tabora, play action. Looks over the middle, nowhere to go. Now flushed out to his left. Throws it back across the field. It's caught by Steber, who's dragged down to the 40-yard line. Dangerous pass, but he connects, and they pick up 9 on the play. That's Steber's first catch of the game. Now that does make it 3rd and manageable coming here for the Colonels. 3rd about 2 from the 40. They need their own 42-yard line with 1:50 to go here first quarter. Okay, the Colonels pick up 2 yards here. Steber's going to come near side with Yannick in the slot. To the top, it's Nelson in isolation. Tight left as well. Sidecar left with Wiley for Jose Tabora. 3rd and 2 from his own 40-yard line. 3-down lineman with pressure on the edges coming from Stevenson. Here comes the blitz. He sets it up. He throws it down the sideline. Has his tight end. And it is complete. Yes, inside Stevenson territory. Bryce Harrison comes down with it. And it's a first down. Lucky play there. A 10-yard pickup to Harrison. Tabora got under duress. Just launched it to the sideline. But knew Harrison was going to be in the area. He grabs it. And Wilkes has a 1st and 10 at the 50-yard line. So they come 3 receivers near side, 1 at the top. Shotgun with 1:05 to go. 6-0. Stevenson leads. 1st and 10 from the 50-yard line for Wilkes. Play action again. Trying to set up the screen. It's tipped in the air, and it is incomplete. They almost had that thing set up. Great job by Pitts to stay behind, leap to his feet, and try to tip that one away, and it's an incomplete pass. So the clock stops at 57 seconds. 2nd and 10 from the 50-yard line. Wilkes moving left to right here at Stevenson. Quick moving first quarter. So Salas Negron comes near side. Now they've got double tight to the left. They bring them in motion to the near side with Deem and Jones. Single back is Wiley. They're going to bring a man in motion. It's Steber. They're going to fake the handoff to him. Now stepping up the pocket, Tabora has to throw it out to Steber, and it is an incomplete pass. He was under duress again. Pressure starting to get to Jose Tabora as the Wilkes offensive line can't quite keep the pressure on the edges away from him. And now that's going to bring up another 3rd down here for the Colonels. They are 2 for 3, but this is 3rd and long from the 50. Clock stopped at 52 seconds to go. 6-0 here first quarter. So Nelson goes to the top. It's Yannick, Salas Negron, and Steber near side. 4 receivers set. Sidecar right is Wiley. 3-down lineman for the Mustangs. Pitts comes on a blitz as well. Now Tabora steps up, throws it to the sideline. It's high and incomplete, intended for Nelson. He couldn't quite high point it. And that's going to bring up 4th down. So the Colonels get a couple nice plays in a row to pick up some first downs, but they can't do anything with it at midfield, and they're forced to punt. And it's Yannick to punt away for the Colonels. 47 seconds to go here first quarter. So back to receive is Lee. He stands inside his own 15-yard line. Now he moves up to the 20. In case Yannick tries to bounce this one forward again like the last punt he had. Here's the snap. It's good. Yannick gets this one away, directions it near side right. It's able to bounce forward. Lee going to let this one roll, and it's saved from going out by the Colonels and picked up inside the 5. That is great coverage from Wilkes. They down it at the 3. Anthony Washington was the one that got there to jump on top of it. But Zach Nishewit, I tell you what, he made the play as he saved it from going into the end zone. And the Colonels pin Stevenson inside their own 5 at the 3-yard line. Nice directional punt from Nick Yannick. So with 35 seconds to go here, the Stevenson offense, after an 11-play, 81-yard drive that ended in a touchdown, has the shadow of their own end zone behind them. 1st and 10 from their own 3. Shotgun for Crab. Double tight to the right. A receiver to the top as well. It's just going to be a give. I think that was Joppy on the carry as he crosses the 5, close to the 6-yard line. Running players in and out. Joppy picks up 3 to the 6. 13 seconds left. They're probably going to get one more playoff here. One receiver to the top again. They go double tight right. Now it's Titus Johnson into the game next to Ty Crabb. Here's the handoff. Johnson trying to run off the right side. He breaks one tackle in the backfield. I don't think he's going to get back to the line of scrimmage, though. He's going to lose a yard. And that is going to be the end of the first quarter. So Stevenson strikes first. It's 6-0 after 1. The Colonels forcing a big 3rd down as we come back with the second quarter. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
So second quarter about to get underway. You're listening to Wilkes Football, the John Mendola Show Network, and GoWilkesU.com. I'm Tom Ferguson. Beautiful facilities here in Owings Mills, Maryland. Stevenson University, the host. Colonels forcing a 3rd down here. 3rd and 8 from their own 5-yard line for Stevenson. They are 1 of 3 on 3rd downs in this game. Ball on the 5. 2 receivers to the near side. They've got a tight to the right as well here on the short side of the field. Crab gets the snap. He's going to roll to his left. Now tries to pitch underneath on the shovel pass. They're going to get out to the 10 as he got that one to Lyles. But they won't get more than 5 yards there. So the Colonels hold steady and force a punt. And the thing here for Wilkes is they were able to pin Stevenson deep, play a little field position. Now let's see if they can take advantage of what should be decent field position to start here on their 3rd possession of the game. Colonels trailing 6-0. Cadis and Cadis and Yannick back to receive. Here's the punt. Bit of a wobbler. Yannick calls for a fair catch right at the Stevenson 46-yard line. Actually, they're going to give him the 45, I think. Knows the ball resting right there, so great field position for the Colonels. Only 45 yards to the end zone here. But can they make something happen? 2 possessions, 2 punts for the Colonels. They did pick up a couple 1st downs on their last possession before stalling out at the 50. So they've got 3 receivers to the near side and Yannick, Salas Negron, and Stieber. It's Nelson to the top. It's an empty gun. Harrison is the tight end to the left. Now they go 2-by-2 with Yannick to the top. Tabora out of the shotgun. 1st and 10 from the 45. Now rolls left side. He's able to pick up Stieber. Stieber trying to cut back up the field. Puts his hands on the football as he crosses the 40. And he's close to the first down mark, about 2 yards shy. Actually, they're going to put him at the 38. He's 3 yards shy, 7-yard pickup. So that brings up 2nd and 3. They need the 35-yard line. They're on the 38. They go 2 to the top. They go 2 to the near side. Jordan Jones is in the slot near side. Shotgun with a tight right. Empty gun for Tabora. 2nd and 3. Gets the snap. Looks again to the left side. It's complete. A little high, but Nelson comes down with it. I think they're going to give him forward progress to the 34-yard line. So that's a 4-yard pickup on Nelson's first catch of the game. So Wilkes moving the football to the Stevenson 34-yard line. 13-13 to go second quarter. 6-0 Stevenson in front. So Stieber and Yannick go to the top. Nelson is going to come near side. Now it's Jones. It's a double tight look. It's another empty gun for Tabora. 3 down linemen, but pressure coming off the edge for Stevenson. They're going to run. Tabora does Wilkes. He spins out of a tackle around the 30, and that's where he's hit. 4-yard pickup for Jose Tabora. So the Colonel's trying to keep the Mustang defense honest here. 2nd and 6. Ball on the 30. Moving right to left are the Colonels in Stevenson territory. Coming off a 31-16 win at FDU last week. Wilkes 4-3. Over 500 for the first time since the 2013 season. 1 to the top, 1 to the near side. Double tight once again, but they have a single back behind Tabora. And with Wiley, Tabora looking to pass, throws the quick out pattern, and it is incomplete, intended for Stieber. Some pressure came off the edge. Wiley had to try to stop it there. But as he tried to submarine Mike Datu on the pressure, Datu was able to leap, get his hands up, and force the incomplete pass, and it forces a 3rd and long here. So 3rd and about 6. Ball on the 30-yard line of Stevenson. Yannick and Stieber to the top again. Nelson, isolation near side. Shotgun, Wiley sidecar left. Jones is the tight end to the left side. Play action. Back goes Tabora. Has time. Steps up into the pocket. Looks deep. Has Stieber inside the 10. First down and inside the 5-yard line. Good look on the post to the corner out there. They pick him up at the 4. So nice looking play there. Actually going to drop him down right at the 3. So that's a pickup of about 26 yards. So good looking pass. They pick up the 3rd down. Now it's 1st and goal for the Colonels. From the 4-yard line. 3 to the near side, 2 to the top. Empty gun for Tabora. Back he goes, looking to get rid of it. Gets away from Hanif Jones. Now rolling to his right. Caught! Touchdown! Throws it to Wiley, and it's complete for the score. So the 4-yard touchdown from Tabora to Wiley. And Wilkes is an extra point away from taking the lead. That's Jose's 20th touchdown pass this season. And that's just great awareness by him to see Hanif Jones coming, pump him into the air, run to his right, suck the defense in, and then throw it. Now, flags come flying as that kick went through with 11:20 to go here. So let's see. It's an offside against Stevenson. It will be declined, I'd imagine. Can they put it on the kick, though? I don't know. So here's the official. Penalty is declined on the offside, and it is 7-6. Colonels jump out in front. So a 6-play drive that starts at the Stevenson 45-yard line ends in a 4-yard touchdown from Jose Tabora to Jason Wiley. They take a little under 3 minutes off the clock. 2:53 to be exact. And just like that, the Colonels have the lead. 7-6 on the road against the Mustangs. So the short field pays off for Wilkes. And now it will be cutter off to kick for the Colonels, right to left as we see it. So Lee is back to receive. I think that's Barnes back next to him. So cutter off the ball on the 35-yard line, far side hash. It is homecoming here at Stevenson. Lots of alumni in the stands. Great crowd on here at Mustang Stadium. High end-over-end kick that's popped up in the air and is going to go out of bounds. So the penalty against the Colonels will move the ball out to the 35-yard line for Stevenson. They'll get decent field position here. With 11:20 to go here in the half. So the first penalty against the Colonels is a kick out of bounds. And the Mustangs will get back out on the field. They were pinned deep on their last possession, couldn't get anything going, were forced to punt away. So now we'll see with two receivers to the near side. And it's Lyles out of the shotgun. They're going to split Crabb off to the left. They're going to bring him in motion, and it's going to be a play action to him. It's going to be a read. Great job by Lyles. Gets right up the middle of the field, quickly across the 50-yard line into Wilkes territory, down at the 48. So the Colonels weren't ready for it. They give him the 47. That's an 18-yard pickup for Lyles. So they grab that, and quickly now, they go 2-by-2 again. Receiver stacked. 1st and 10 from the Wilkes 47-yard line for Crabb. Sidecar to his right is Joppy. It's going to be a handoff, trying to run up the middle. Now cuts to the right. Joppy nowhere to go. He's snowed in under after a pickup of 1. Vinny Werner on the stop. Looked like Bud Moyer was back there. They're going to give him no gain. So no gain on the carry. Makes it 2nd and 10 from the Wilkes 47-yard line. 10:21 to go. It's 7-6. Colonels lead. Lee, Lyles, and Joppy are stacked to the left. Now they switch up 2-by-2. Shotgun, Joppy sidecar left to Ty Crabb. Crabb looks quick to the right, and flags come out. Did somebody move as they stop the play? Yes. False start called against the Mustangs. Brandon Flaherty, the senior right tackle, called for the penalty, and that backs up Stevenson to their own territory at the 48. So that makes it 2nd and 15. See if the Colonels can take advantage of this. A little longer to go here for the Mustangs. Ty Crabb, the sophomore, stepped into service here with the senior quarterback Dan Williams getting hurt earlier this year. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side for Crabb. He's got 2 sidecars, 1 to either side. Now they bring a man in motion. It's Lee. Put him out to the back. Crabb looking to the near side. Pass is tipped up in the air, and it's incomplete. Great job there by Schneider to read where the pass was going as he tried to dump it to Joppy near side. Wilkes had it covered anyway. But Schneider got his hands up in the air and knocked it up and almost came down with an interception. And now it brings up 3rd down. 3rd and 15 from their own 48-yard line. 9:38 to go here. First half. 2-by-2 again for Stevenson. It's Joppy sidecar left to Ty Crabb. Wilkes with 4 down linemen. Shotgun for Crabb. They only rush those 4. Back goes Crabb. Looks to his left. Now across the middle. It's complete, but it's well shy maybe back to the original line of scrimmage to Lee. That's his first catch of the game. And that's going to force another punt here from Stevenson. So the Colonels step up again. Now the problem for them is they might be pinned deep. Cadis stands at his own 10-yard line. Ribeiro stands inside his own 40. 4th and 10 here for Stevenson. And Stevenson trying to switch up the coverage here a little bit. Wilkes showing some pressure up the middle. They bring it. Oh, they almost got there. This one's away. It's a wobbler. Cadis trying to run on top of it. He drops it, and it goes out, and Stevenson has it on the sideline. Cadis was running to his right. He dove to try to get to it. He should have just let it go. And it rolls forward. Stevenson jumps on top of it, and they've got possession on the Wilkes 6-yard line. So a turnover, a muffed punt from the Colonels, now backs up the offense. Or backs up the defense, I should say, and puts the Stevenson offense deep in Colonel territory. 1st and goal from the 6 with 8:44 to go here in the second quarter. Lyles to take the snap. Play action. Now rolls out to his left. Has 2 receivers. Jumps it short. And it's Johnson. And he's in for the touchdown. So Lyles to Titus Johnson for 6 yards. Lyles on his first pass of the game. And just like that, Stevenson reclaims the lead. So here's the snap. They get this one away, and Ribeiro puts that one through to the right side. 8:39 to go in the half. Wilkes, golden opportunity. They muff a punt, and it's 13-7. Stevenson on top. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's and the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza. Delicious pasta dishes. Scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
So a Jacob Cadis muffed punt gives Stevenson the ball on the Wilkes 6-yard line, and they immediately score and make it 13-7. Mustangs in front of the Colonels. So now Wilkes will receive the football here, trailing 13-7, moving right to left. That's a big backbreaker in terms of momentum. Can the Colonel offense pick it up here? They had a pretty good touchdown drive for 45 yards on their last possession. Ribeiro approaches the ball left to right, puts his foot to it. It's an end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken by Fink right at his own 10-yard line. Now across the 15, the 20, cuts up the field. Here comes Fink across the 35, now the 40, and he's submarined down at the Wilkes 45-yard line. They'll give him the 46. Good possession for Fink there. And the Colonels with a little bit of a shorter field with 8:32 to go. Tell you what, he saw a lane, and he didn't mess around. He ran right through it. So now Jose Tabora and company come back out. Can they answer the touchdown? Yannick and Stieber near side, Nelson to the top. Sidecar right with a tight right as well. I think that's Harrison. Wiley is the sidecar to Tabora. Now they bring a man in motion. It's Nelson. Play action. Run off the right side with Tabora as he faked the handoff to Nelson. It's going to be a pickup of 3. The ball came out, and I think they're going to say he was down. The official blowing it dead. And they're going to say Tabora was down at the 49-yard line. So it's a pickup of 3. So lucky break there for the Colonels as they ruled Tabora down after a pickup of 3 yards. And that's what it looked like. It looked like the ball popped free after the play had ended. So Wiley comes off. Salas Negron is going to bring the play out to Jose Tabora and company. So Stieber and Salas Negron come near side. It's Yannick and Nelson to the top. It's a 2-by-2 with a tight left. Empty gun for Jose Tabora. 3-down lineman for Stevenson. 2nd and 7. 7:35 to go here, second quarter. Tabora looks over the middle. Quick pass to Harrison. It's complete. He's got a first down. Has to hold on to the football. And they're going to mark him down at the 44-yard line of Stevenson, but not before he picks up a first down. So he's able to get 7 yards on that play. The second catch of the game. And Wilkes moves into Stevenson territory. 1st and 10 on the Stevenson 44-yard line. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Shotgun again for Tabora. Under 7 minutes to play second quarter. Back he goes. Has time, steps up, now throws it to the far side for Wiley. Just a little out in front of him, incomplete. The incomplete pass stops the clock with 6:50 to go here, second quarter. 13-7. It's Stevenson in front of Wilkes. Colonels trying to answer after a Stevenson touchdown. Looks like Jordan Jones running out there on the field for the Colonels. Ermias near side with Nelson, Stieber, and Yannick to the top. Jones, tight right. 2nd and 10. Rolling to that right side is Tabora. Now throws it across the middle. Has Yannick first down across the 35. They're going to mark him right at the sticks at the 34-yard line. So he hooks up with Yannick there for 10 yards. Another first down. Colonels moving the football now at the Stevenson 34-yard line. 6:33 to go here in the half. They trail 7-6. Or excuse me, they trail 13-7. So they bring the 2 tight ends to the near side. Single receiver either side for Tabora. Quick out pass is complete to Stieber. Stieber buries his head forward inside the 30 to the 29 for a 5-yard pickup. Brings up 2nd and 5. Ball inside the 30 at the 29-yard line. Far side hash. Wilkes moving right to left. They break the huddle. Stieber comes near side. Yannick, I think, is to the top. Double tight left. Now they move it to the right side. Actually, it's an offset eye this time. It looks like that's Rossi out there. Handoff is Wiley running off that right side. Now trying to bury his way forward across the 27 to the 26. So they'll give him 3 yards on the carry. Yeah, it was Matt Rossi, the fullback, making his first appearance. Now brings up 3rd and 2. Ball on the Stevenson 26-yard line. So the Colonels have the Mustangs at least a little bit on the heels here. Let's see with a 3rd and short from the Stevenson 26, 5 minutes to go if Wilkes can pick it up. I don't think they're in Cutteroff's range in field goals just yet. So this might be 2-down territory. 2 to the near side, 2 to the top. Tight left. They bring Yannick in motion. Fake the handoff. Flag comes out. Did someone jump again for Stevenson? And the head linesman blowing because he threw the flag. A flag came out on the sideline. Tabora got the first down, but the head linesman, it was a penalty against, another offside penalty against Stevenson, but Wilkes will decline. As Tabora picked up 5 yards to the 21-yard line, they get another first down. So they grab the first down. 1st and 10 now from the Stevenson 21-yard line. The Colonels moving the football. They trail 13-7. 4:30 to go second quarter. It's Stieber and Yannick and Nelson. Trips to the near side. pistol with Wiley. Now they move to shotgun, and they put Nelson in isolation to the top. And it's going to be a handoff to Wiley running off that right edge, trying to cut up the field. Great job by Isaiah Pitts to beat him to the spot and hit him for just a 1-yard gain. Actually, they're not even going to give him that gain. They're going to give him right to the line of scrimmage. Tell you what, the edges are not there for Wilkes in this game when they're running the football. It's got to be a little more misdirection they're going to have to do if they're going to try to run on this Stevenson team. There's too much speed. Ermias and Nelson to the top. Stieber and Yannick near side, so 2x2 with a shotgun. Sidecar right. Now they bring Nelson, trips to the near side. Ermias is alone to the top. 2nd and 10. Back goes Tabora. Looks over the middle. Has all kinds of time. Now throws it over the middle. It's incomplete to Yannick. Coming up across his back there was Brody Coleman in good position to make a play and knock the pass down. Now, he did have Ermias open underneath that route, but Ermias was well short of the sticks. I would say about the 14-yard line where they need the 11. Or the 16-yard line, they need the 11. So this is going to bring up another 3rd down for the Colonels. 4 of 6 already in this game. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Tight left, double tight left. Now Tabora looks for the call. Puts Harrison out wide. So now it's 3 receivers to the near side. Back goes Tabora, looking to his left. Now lobs it to the left, looking for Yannick, and it's intercepted. Coleman comes down with it at the 2-yard line. The pass floated, intended for Yannick. And wait, there's a flag. It's a hold against the Colonels, doesn't matter. So Stevenson, it's a hold against the Colonels. Stevenson's going to get the interception here. So that's just Jose Tabora's 7th interception. A pass intended for Yannick. First turnover from the run of play for the Colonels. 2nd turnover, obviously, after that punt fumble. And now Stevenson starts with the ball inside their own 2-yard line after the interception by Coleman. So Wilkes moves the football, but they come up empty, and now the Wilkes defense has to step up. So they got 2 receivers to the near side, left to right for Ty Crabb and company. 1st and 10, out of his own end zone. Back he goes, 4-man rush all day. Looking deep, has his man. It's complete. 1st down inside Wilkes territory. The ball came out at the end of the play, but not before Baker gets inside to the 45. Wilkes was wide open in the middle. Baker saw it, ran there. And he picks up 53 yards. So 53 yards to the Wilkes 45-yard line. 1st and 10, quick pass to Lyles. Lyles looking to throw it, has his man open. Johnson catches it, touchdown. Stevenson throws a quick pass out to Lyles, and Lyles, behind the line of scrimmage, lofts it up to Johnson, and the Mustangs score. Lyles has thrown 2 touchdown passes in this game, both to Johnson. What a swing in momentum. As the kick goes through for Ribeiro. So 2 turnovers for Wilkes turns into 14 points for Stevenson, and it's 20-7. The Mustangs on top of the Colonels. With 2:50 to go here in the 2nd quarter. So Wilkes runs their kick return players out onto the field. So Chaz Lyles, 2 for 2 for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. Not bad from your wide receiver. He has all 3 touchdowns, by the way. for the Mustangs, as he had a 14-yard touchdown, 14-yard touchdown run for Stevenson on their second possession. So 20-7 is the score. The Colonels were moving the football on that drive, but an interception, then a 53-yard pass down the middle, and a 45-yard touchdown pass is the difference on that drive. And now Stevenson leads 20-7. Mustangs have been impressive offensively. Their team speed, as Coach Drock mentioned at the top of the program, something to behold here. So Fink and Cadis stand at their own 10-yard line. Now, how are the young Colonels going to respond here? This game is far from over, and they're moving the football. They need their defense to step up. They need their offense to finish the drives here. So here's the kick, end over end by Ribeiro. It's going to be picked up by Cadis at his own 12-yard line. Now Cadis moving off to the right side. He's wrapped up and thrown down around the 24. So that's where Wilkes will take over with 2:45 to go. Shopard on the stop. They're going to put Wilkes at the 23-yard line, their own 23. Now, they do have all 3 timeouts remaining. They get the ball to start the second half. So we'll see what Jose Tabora and company can do here. He's got 3 to the top. He's got 1 to the near side. He's got a tight right as well. Nelson, isolation near side. Tabora, empty gun. 1st and 10 from his own 23-yard line. Jose goes back. Only a 3-man rush from Stevenson. They're daring Wilkes to try to throw it, and they do. It's complete. Stieber was behind the defense, wide open into Stevenson territory, making people miss, and down at the 41-yard line. So a big pickup there as they go 36 yards. Tabora and Stieber, excuse me. They pick up the first down on the edge. Now it's 1st and 10 from the Stevenson 41-yard line. Stieber caught it on the edge and then cut back up the field, cut to the middle of the field, had some space to work with. Now it's 2 to the near side, Stieber and Yannick. Nelson to the top in isolation. Tight right, 1st and 10. Tabora, sidecar to his right is Wiley. Back goes Tabora, looks to his right, now has to step up in the pocket under duress. Tabora gets away from a few defenders, spins away, pulls out. I think he got back on top of it. I think Tabora jumped back on top of it inside the 35, down around the 34-yard line. And that is the call. So it's a 7-yard pickup for Tabora as he got flushed out there. Lucky break for the Colonels. 1:37 to go. They still have all 3 timeouts. 20-7 they trail. 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. Isolation is Nelson. Tabora shotgun again. Wiley sidecar to his left. Back goes Tabora. 2nd and 3. Lofts it. Looking for Nelson. Nelson trying to go up. Makes a catch and drops it. The ground knocked it free. He couldn't hang on to it. He had it in his hands, and he couldn't bring it in. Brian Latham was the guy in coverage for Stevenson. 1:18 to go as the clock stops. So now it's 3rd and 3. Wilkes 4 for 7 on 3rd down in this game. Stevenson running players on and off. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Nelson again in isolation. Shotgun. Tight right for Tabora. 3rd and 3. Runs to his right. Now looking downfield. Nowhere to go with it. Now has to float it. Has it complete. 1st down. Salas Negron making a few people miss and gets down to the 20-yard line. 14-yard pickup on the pass. So good-looking play there for the Colonels. They convert on 3rd down. They pick up another 1st down. It's 1st and 10 from the 21-yard line. Under a minute to go. They have all 3 timeouts remaining. They trail 20-7. This is a good 2-minute drill here. 2 to the top, Yannick and Stieber. Near side, Nelson. Tight left. Sidecar to the right for Tabora. Jose goes back. Looks to his right. Nothing there. Now has to step up. Spin away from pressure. Now Jose just throws this one to the sideline. Smart play by the quarterback there with 39 seconds to go. Clock stops. 2nd and 10 coming up here as the official clarifies why that is not intentional grounding, even though I don't know that anybody was arguing that it was. So the clock stops. 2nd and 10 from the 21-yard line. Colonels haven't had a lot go right in this first half. They trail 20-7. 2 turnovers have led to 14 points for the Mustangs. But can the Colonels get a touchdown here? Remember, they get the ball to start the second half. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Tight left. Sidecar to the right for Tabora. Play clock running out. He's got to burn the timeout, and he does. So Tabora gets the timeout in just before the play clock runs out on him. So we'll take a break. 20-7. Wilkes trails. 39 seconds to go second quarter. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
So 20-7 is the score. Wilkes trailing at Stevenson here. We're in Owings Mills, Maryland, Stevenson University. So the Mustangs are on top with 39 seconds to play second quarter. 2 Wilkes turnovers, a fumbled punt that puts Stevenson at the 6-yard line, and then an interception thrown at Stevenson's 2 that they turned into a touchdown in 2 plays. It's giving Stevenson the lead back at 20-7. Now it's 2nd and 10 for Wilkes from the Stevenson 21-yard line. Jose Tabora, over 100 yards already passing today. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Nelson is in isolation near side. They got a tight left as well. Tabora with Wiley to his right. Blitz coming off the edge. Tabora has to step up. Now trying to make people miss, and he's tackled inside the 25. A yard loss on the sack, and they're going to have to call a timeout here. Mike Datu on the stop. So the sack brings up 3rd and 11 for the Colonels from the Stevenson 22-yard line. A couple of the other games just starting to get underway. Everybody's scoreless right now. FDU up at Misericordia. Can Misericordia stay on their run so far? Alvernia taking on Lycoming. Delaware Valley taking on the winless Lebanon Valley team. And Kings taking on winless Albright down in Reading. Keep you up to date on what happens to those games. Widener, the only team on the bye this week. Stevenson goes on the bye next week. And they're trying to get themselves their 6th win. Tell you what, it's been an impressive job by Coach Ed Hoddle, his 8th year at the helm for Stevenson. Started this program from scratch. Built them into a conference power in just a few seasons. 3 to the near side, 1 to the top. Shotgun for Tabora. 3rd and 11. 5 of 8 is Wilkes on 3rd downs. From the 22-yard line, right to left. They have 1 timeout remaining here. Tabora gets the snap. Back he goes. Only a 3-man rush. He's under duress. Now he runs away from pressure. Running out to his right. Tabora lofts it down the sideline. Has a man, and it's caught. It's a touchdown. I don't see any flags. And wait a minute. Maybe there was a flag. Tabora says, is the official saying he stepped out of bounds on the edge? It was caught by Nelson in the end zone, and Coach Drock trying to get an explanation. And are they going to say Tabora stepped out of bounds before he threw that pass on the sideline? 22 seconds left. Lots of confusion. No signal yet. It was Tabora rolling to his right, lofted it to the end zone. It was caught for a touchdown by Nelson. Yeah. The quarterback, they're going to say, stepped out of bounds before he threw the touchdown pass. Wow. That's going to take a touchdown away from Wilkes. It's going to be a 1-yard loss for Tabora. And now it's going to bring up 4th and 12 with 22 seconds to go. Stevenson calls a timeout. So here's what happened. Wilkes ran Tabora out to the right because he got flushed out of the pocket. As he was running, they had 2 players in a short and a medium route, and then they had Nelson deep in the end zone. As Tabora got to the sideline, he lofted the ball to the back of the end zone. Nelson came from the back and was able to catch it pretty much right in the middle of the end zone on the far side of the right. But they're saying that Tabora, before he let that pass go, stepped out of bounds. It's a bang-bang play. The officials say he stepped out. The touchdown taken off the board. And now it's 20-7. 4th and 12 coming for Wilkes here. That was huge. That's a huge momentum killer here. And now the Colonels, they got to figure something out here. They had an opportunity to get that touchdown. It would have been big because, remember, Wilkes gets the ball to start the second half. They get a touchdown. They cut it to a one-score game before halftime. That's huge. And now, this is the biggest play of the game so far. 4th down, 4th and 12. The first time Wilkes is going for it on 4th down in this game. 3 to the near side, 2 to the top. Ermias and Nelson go top. Stieber, Salas, Negron, and Yannick near side. It's an empty gun for Tabora. The offensive line has to block. They can pick up a first down. They don't need a touchdown here. 4th and 12. They have a timeout remaining to the Colonels. 3-man rush. Stepping on the pockets. Thrown over the middle. First down. Stieber. Ball's loose. It came loose. Can Wilkes get on top of it? They can't. And it's picked up by Stevenson in the end zone. Stieber had it. And now some pushing and shoving as Ermias and some of the Stevenson players mix it up. So what happened? The officials, I think, are talking about it, but I think this is going to be Stevenson football. Wilkes got to about the 2-yard line on the pass to Stieber. They pick up a first down, but a fumble occurs. And Coach Drock pleading, saying Stieber was down, and he's asking here what's going on. And they're bringing the ball out to the 20. This is Stevenson football. So a 21-yard pass to Stieber. They pick up the first down and convert the 4th down. But it's a fumble. 3rd turnover of the half for Wilkes, and Stevenson gets the ball at the 20-yard line. Wow. With 12 seconds to go. So Stevenson kneels on it. The defense stands strong. They force 3 turnovers. Well, 2 turnovers. And they get a turnover on a special teams play. And Stevenson, at the break, leads Wilkes 20-7. A few mistakes from the Colonels. But they fumble the ball on the 2-yard line. They have a touchdown taken off the board. As I guess Tabora stepped on the sideline as he let a pass go. And it's 20-7 Stevenson at half over the Colonels. It's been an entertaining game between these two teams, but it's the Mustangs that hold the advantage by 13 here as we go to the break. So 20-7 Stevenson on top of Wilkes. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more. You're listening to Colonels Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza. Delicious pasta dishes. Scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
So Stevenson having their, I think it's their Hall of Fame ceremony in action right now. As some of the athletic greats from Stevenson University passed out on the field here for the Mustangs. They lead this game 20-7 over the Colonels here at halftime. Stevenson 233 yards of total offense. They're 10 of 14, 167 yards passing. They run for 66 yards. Chaz Lyles has had a hand in every single Stevenson touchdown. He had a 14-yard touchdown run to open the scoring. Had a 6-yard touchdown pass to Titus Johnson. And then a 45-yard touchdown pass to Titus Johnson. He's 2 for 2, 51 yards and 2 scores. Ty Crabb, 116 yards passing, 8 of 12 in this game. Stevenson has moved the ball pretty well. They have forced 3 turnovers. Wilkes has fumbled 3 times. They've lost 2 of them. They threw an interception as well. It has not gone the way for the Colonels hoped, and certainly Coach Drock had hoped. 17-19 to 12-41, their leading time of possession, and they're 5 of 9 on third downs, but it just hasn't been what Wilkes has hoped for in this game on the road and what they needed. They had a touchdown to make it 20-13, maybe 20-14, but it was taken off the board. Tabora supposedly stepped out of bounds, according to the officials, as he ran to the sideline. That forced Wilkes to go for it on 4th down. They completed it for a 1st down to Jeff Stieber, but as he turned upfield trying to get to the end zone, he fumbled it away on the 2-yard line, bounced into the end zone, and the Mustangs jumped on top of it, recovered it, and were able to kneel out the half. So the score at halftime is 20-7. Stevenson on top of Wilkes here on the road down at Stevenson University. A couple updates from what's going on around the conference. Still no score between FDU and Misericordia. They're midway through the first quarter. Lycoming has a 7-0 lead over Alvernia. First quarter there, 8:21 to go. 8:07 to go first quarter. No score between Delaware Valley and Lebanon Valley. And Kings and Albright are 0-0. 9:02 to go first quarter in that one. 20-7 at halftime here. It's Stevenson on top of Wilkes. Mustangs have been impressive offensively and have held serve defensively. The Colonels got to try to figure some stuff out. Learn how to get into the end zone and convert on some of their chances they're getting as they're moving the football. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more. You're listening to Colonel Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com. Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza. Delicious pasta dishes. Scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com. Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com. Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com. Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoc for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoc State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoc State Farm.
So it's halftime here at Stevenson University. The score, 20-7, the Mustangs on top of the Colonels. You're listening to Colonel Football, John Mendola Show Network, and GoWilkesU.com. I'm Tom Ferguson. Thanks for hanging out with us on your Saturday afternoon. this has been a game where Wilkes has been able to move. They've moved the football. They're up to 186 yards of total offense, so they're moving the ball. Problem seems to be they're giving the ball away. They had a punt return that turned into a fumble by Jacob Cadis. Stevenson got the ball at the 6-yard line. They turned that into points. And then Wilkes moves the ball down all the way to the 14-yard line or so of Stevenson, but they throw an interception on the 2-yard line. That turns into points in 2 plays as Stevenson hits a 53-yard pass to get to Wilkes' 45 and then hits a wide receiver pass to the running back open in the middle. That turns into a 45-yard touchdown, and that's where we stand at 20-7. Things started well for Stevenson. They moved the ball a little bit on their first possession, got it back on their second possession, were able to move it right down the field. Chaz Lyles goes in from 14 yards out on a run off the edge to make it 6-0. Wilkes gets the ball. They move the ball down the field. They get it on a short field from the 45, move it right into Stevenson territory, score with 11:20 to go in the second quarter, a 4-yard touchdown pass from Jose Tabor to Jason Wiley. They take a 7-6 lead, and you think, all right, here we go. But then Wilkes forces a 3-and-out. Stevenson punts away. Cadis trying to sprint to his right to make a catch on the sideline, slips right through his fingertips, loses it. Stevenson jumps on top of it at the 6. They score on a 6-yard touchdown pass to make it 13-7. And then Wilkes moves the ball down to just outside the 20-yard line for Stevenson. They throw an interception on the 2-yard line. As I said before, Stevenson in 2 plays turns that into points. It's 20-7. And then a bizarre end to the half for the Colonels because they had the ball pretty much right outside of the 21-yard line. 3rd and 12 coming up for the Colonels from the 22. They move the ball out to the right. Jose Tabora lofts one towards the end zone as he hits the sideline and completes it to Derek Nelson for what was seemingly a touchdown to cut the lead. However, the officials ruled that Jose Tabora stepped out of bounds right in front of his sideline at the 23 before the pass left his fingertips. So they called him down there, made it 4th and 12. Now, Wilkes calls the timeout. They're upset. Whatever. Coach Strock letting the officials know about it. They get the ball. They look for Stever. They complete it to Stever inside the 10-yard line. He gets tackled at the 2. Wilkes picks up the first down. They have an opportunity. Maybe if the clock stops, they can call a timeout there. But Stever fumbles the football forward into the end zone. It's picked up by Stevenson in the end zone, and they turn it into a touchback. So Wilkes, instead of going into this down 20-14, getting the ball back to start the second half, they're down 20-7. A lot of momentum on the side of the Mustangs. 3 turnovers for the Colonels, none for Stevenson. And Stevenson coming into this game had been pretty good at turning teams over. Their ratio was 9 lost, 16 forced. So now it's 9-19. So they're pretty good at forcing teams into turnovers for whatever reason. And that's what's happening in this game. Now remember, Wilkes does get the ball to start the second half, so we'll see. There were some adjustments for the Colonels in a way that's going to help them out in the second half. Some update from around the MAC. 0-0, FDU and Misericordia. Misericordia is in FDU territory, but it's 0-0 as they go into the second quarter there. 14-0 Lycoming on top of Alvernia. That game, only 3:50 left in the first quarter. 3:26 to go in the first quarter. Delaware Valley, a 7-0 lead over Lebanon Valley. And then Kings leads 9-0 over Albright down in Reading with 3:52 to go in the first quarter in that one. Stevenson makes their way back onto the field. We're going to see the Colonels momentarily. Here again, the Colonels start with the ball to start the second half. We're in Owings Mills, Maryland, right on the campus of Stevenson University. It's a gorgeous day for football. It's about 60 degrees or so there's a little bit of a crispness in the air, but it's not too bad. Sun's out. Homecoming here, they're honoring a lot of the Stevenson alumni and some of the athletic greats. They did that at halftime. The Mustangs have made their way out on the field. They're stretching here. Great facilities at Stevenson University here at Mustang Stadium. But it's the Mustangs in front of the Colonels, 20-7. Second half about to get underway. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more. You're listening to Colonel Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today. Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tires, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokach for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokach State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokach State Farm.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza, delicious pasta dishes, scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
So welcome back to Stevenson University as we get ready for the second half between Stevenson and Wilkes. Colonel's getting the ball to start the second half here. They're moving right to left as we see it here at Mustang Stadium. So back to receive, Cadis and Fink. The Mustangs coming into this game 5-2 overall. They're 4-1. They're third in the conference. Wilkes right behind them at 3-2. The leaders in the conference undefeated so far. Misericordia at number 2 and Delaware Valley at number 1. Like coming already up 21-0 in Alvernia. 2:22 to go first quarter there. Must have turned the Golden Wolves over and turned it into points. Misericordia at home against FDU. It's scoreless in the second quarter. That second quarter about to get underway. Delaware Valley still leads 7-0 over Lebanon Valley. 1:43 to go first quarter in that game. And Kings 9-0 over Albright. Second quarter about to get underway there in Reading at Shirk Stadium. Meanwhile, Mustang Stadium, the venue here, Owings Mills, Maryland. Stevenson, the home black uniforms. They've got the silver numbers with the forest green trim. And they've got the ball placed on the 35-yard line with Brandon Ribeiro. So he's about ready to get this underway, get the second half started. Colonels, again, Fink and Cadis at their own 10-yard line. Can Wilkes switch momentum a little bit here? A good way to do that would be scoring on the opening possession. So here's the kick. It's a line drive. It hits one of the defenders for Wilkes, and it's picked up by Stevenson. A freak play. And the Mustangs have it in Wilkes territory. Oh, my goodness. It was a line drive kick, and it hit one of the upmen for the Colonels. It hit Aiden Sinisgali right in the helmet and bounced backwards on the fly in the air, and it's picked up by Stevenson. Now they're going to mark it back at the 46-yard line of the Colonels. My goodness. So I don't know if that's an onside kick or if it's a fumble or what happens there, but now the Colonels are backed up on their own 46-yard line playing defense, and this could be huge. What a bizarre play. So Crab out there. Puts a man in motion to the near side. He's going to hand it off. Running off the right side is Lee, who was, I guess, the I-back, you'd call him, behind Crab in a pistol look. They're going to give him out to the 42-yard line, maybe just shy of that. A pickup of 4 on the play. So the Colonels now, expecting to come out on offense, have to try to respond defensively. 2nd and 6 from the Colonels' 42-yard line. Crabb, shotgun, through to the top, one to the near side. Gets the snap, little high, able to hand it off of the inside give to Johnson. Runs into the back of his own lineman as Lucas Wood hits him, but not before he crosses the 40 to the 38. Another 4-yard pickup. Now that brings up 3rd down. Stevenson was just 1 of 5 in the first half on 3rd downs. So they're going to stack the receivers 2 by 2 to either side. They're deep. It's just going to be a keeper for Crabb. I think he is close. He might have got their second effort. We'll see. From the initial line judge marking, that should be a 1st down. And that is the call. 2-yard pickup right to the line to gain for Crabb. And a 1st down. So they convert the 3rd down. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line. The Wilkes defense, I think, on their heels. The Wilkes sideline a little stunned after that kickoff. Bounced off one of their upmen and into the waiting arms of a Stevenson coverage man. Play action. Crabb, under duress, gets away from one defender. Now trying to find the edge, has to step up in the pocket. Throws it, has his man, and it is complete to Lyles. Dives, touchdown. Crabb was under duress twice. He should have been tackled. He got away from it, stepped up in the pocket, and Lyles was wide open on the side, and it's a touchdown. 36-yard score. Wow. That's a huge, huge break against the Colonels with what occurred on to kick the extra point. Ribeiro gets this one away, and I don't think he put that one through. Nope, no good off to the right. So a touchdown pass from Crabb to Lyles. Lyles finding his way to get involved again. This time it's Crabb throwing the touchdown, and it's 26-7, Stevenson on top. I mean, there's not, what are you going to do if you're Wilkes? If it hits you in the helmet, I mean, an oblong-shaped ball is going to bounce back like that, and that's what happened. If you're Aidenson Isgali, you can't think too much about that. Colonel defense put in a bad spot. They had Crabb a couple times in the backfield on that last play. They couldn't quite wrap him up. And that's the danger Coach Strock talked about at the top of the program. If you let him get loose, he can kill you with his legs and his arm. And he did a little of both on that play to score the touchdown. But now's where you find out what this Wilkes team's made of. They trail 26-7 on the road, 13-12 to go in the second quarter. There are lesser teams that would probably buckle, and this game would get out of hand in a hurry. Can the Colonels settle down and at least make Stevenson sweat a little bit, and then see where they can go from there? So Ribeiro's got the ball on the 35-yard line. Left to right, he'll be kicking. So he's going to put this one an end-over-end kick. It's going to be taken by Fink at his own 6-yard line. Now he tries to bring this one out on the far side, and he's only going to get out across the 20 before he's taken down at the 21. So instead of starting with a two-possession game here on offense, Wilkes gets the ball with 13:06 to go third quarter, down by 3 scores at 26-7. Ball on their own 21-yard line. Like I said, there's no sense in panicking just yet if you're Wilkes. You don't have to try to get it all back at once here. But this is an opportunity to show what you got. Nelson to the top. Yannick and Stieber near side, 1st and 10 from their own 26, or the 21-yard line. Ball on the far side hash. 26-7 is the deficit for the Colonels. And did the play clock run out? Flag comes out. Yeah, delay a game. And you can't have that if you're Jose Tabora. It's just the second penalty of the game against the Colonels, but it backs him up 5 yards to the 16. So now it's 1st and 15 for Wilkes. Same set. 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Play action. Tabora rolling, throws it out to Harrison. Harrison complete across the 20, and he's knocked down around the 24-yard line, just out of bounds. So they get 8 yards on the pass to Harrison. So Tabora completes that pass. 2nd, and what looks to be about 7 here. Ball on the 24. Salas, Negron, and Stieber are the near side. Nelson goes isolation top. Pistol with Wiley behind Tabora. Actually, Yannick is in the slot near side as well, so it's trips to the near side. Play action. Tabora looking, throws it, and it is complete to Stieber. Stieber able to get across the 35, out to the 37. The 38-yard line is where they'll mark him down. 14-yard pickup. That's the 7th catch for Stieber already in this game. That's another first down for the Colonels. Ooh, I think they're going to be throwing a lot here. 11:56 to go. Stieber and Salas Negron go to the top. Jones and Deemer in the game. They're double tight either side. Nelson near side. Empty gun for Tabora. Looks to the sideline, gets the call. Back goes Tabora. Blitz coming up the middle. Throws it near side, complete to Nelson, who snowed under. He had to come back to make the catch. Slipped as he made the catch and was knocked down around the 43. Now they're going to mark him at the 41, I think. So a pickup of 3 to Nelson. Pressure came up the middle. Tabora was able to get that pass out quickly. So Stieber and Yannick go to the top. Now Wiley is split near side. Now they also split Jordan Jones, and they stack him with Yannick. So 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. Now they move Wiley sidecar right to Tabora. Tabora going to be a run. Runs this one up the middle, crosses zone 45, lowers his head as he gets close to the first down marker. They might give it to him at the 48-yard line. And they do. 7-yard pickup for Tabora there. So Colonels moving the football. They pick up the first down. 10:47 to go, third quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 48. They trail 26-7. Colonels having some trouble, and they're going to have to burn a timeout. And Coach Drock not happy about that. So miscommunication between Jose Tabora and Coach Drock and company, trying to get the right personnel out there, trying to get the right play call in, and the Colonels are forced to burn a timeout. Some updates from around the MAC. Misericordia has taken a 7-0 lead over FDU Florham. Lycoming leads 24-0. Jamie Fisher just hit a 23-yard field goal over Alvernia. 14-0. It is Del Val on top of Lebanon Valley. But Lebanon Valley is driving. Kings leads 16-7 after a 32-yard touchdown pass from Tommy Clock to Tim Constantino. 16-7, they lead Albright in Reading at Shirk Stadium. 26-7 is the score here. Stevenson on top of Wilkes. Colonels driving, 1st and 10 from their own 48-yard line. They just had to burn a timeout their first of the half. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Tight right for Tabora. Now they bring a man in motion. It's Yannick. Play action to him. They try to throw it out to Stieber. They complete it to him. They set up the screen well. Stieber into Stevenson territory and down at the Stevenson 46-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. So Stieber able to grab 6 on that play. Keep the chains moving a little bit. 2nd and 4 coming up. So the ball's on the Stevenson 46-yard line. Stieber goes to the top. Yannick goes near side. It's double tight to the right. Now they move it to the left side with Harrison and Deem. Single back, Wiley behind Tabora under center. 2nd and 4. Tabora just going to try to run off the right side. Pocket collapsed on him. It didn't really look like it was going to develop for him. He's going to gain a yard to the Stevenson 45-yard line. And now that brings up 3rd down. Wilkes was 5 of 9 on 3rd downs in this game coming in. I should say into the half. Went 5 of 9 in the first half. One of the best teams in the country on third down is Wilkes, 7th at 52%. So they go 2 by 2 for Tabora, empty guns, and he's got a tight end to the left with Jones. 3rd and 3 from the 45-yard line. He's going to roll to the left side, looking downfield, has a man. It's caught by Salas Negron at the Stevenson 30 with a first down. So he's going to pick up 12 yards to the 30-yard line. Good-looking play there. As Wilkes is moving the football, they just got to find a way to get in the end zone here. 1st and 10 from the Stevenson 30. Stever and Salas Negron go to the top. Nelson goes near side. Tight right with 8:40 to go. 3rd quarter. Wiley sidecar left to Tabora. They're going to hand it off to Wiley. Wiley looking to throw, and it's just going to launch it, and it's going to be incomplete. Stever would have been the intended receiver, but it was good coverage on the edge by Bill Burton just kind of sticking with him. And Wiley just overthrew everybody to make sure nobody could catch that. Looked like it was well scouted there from Stevenson. It's going to bring up 2nd and 10. Clock stops at 8:30. 2nd and 10. The ball's on the 30-yard line. Wilkes is moving right to left. Yannick and Stever are near side. Nelson is top. Double tight either side. Tabora looking to run with it off the right side. Has some blocking, and Tabora gets up the middle. Jose is free, and he's into the end zone for a touchdown. So Jose scores from 30 yards out, and Wilkes cuts into the lead. So Tabora, it looked kind of like a broken play at first. I'm not sure if someone thought Wilkes had moved or Stevenson jumped off, but it looked like it developed slowly, and then Tabora saw that edge on the right, cut back to the middle of the field, and no one was there. So Tabora comes in for 30 yards out, and Cutteroff puts it through. And just like that, with 8:23 to go in the game, or here in the 3rd quarter, it's 26-14, Stevenson in front of Wilkes. So Wilkes cuts into the lead. We'll see if they can do something with it. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more. You're listening to Wilkes Football, the John Mendola Show Network, and GoWilkesU.com.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
So 9 plays, 79 yards, 4:43 coming off the clock there for the Colonels on their touchdown drive. And they cut into the lead, make it 26-14. Stevenson scoring to open the 3rd quarter after a kickoff that hit one of the up men for Wilkes and bounced backwards in the air on a line drive to one of the Stevenson gunners. And they turned that into points almost immediately. Now the kick to the far side is dropped by the Stevenson backer, and it rolls into the end zone. He's going to pick it up and try to return it from the end zone, and he's taken down at the 10-yard line. So Stevenson having some trouble with it, and the Mustangs take over at their own 10 with 8:16 to go. Now remember, Stevenson pinned at their own 3. They were forced to punt. They gave Wilkes a short field, and that's how Wilkes got their first touchdown. But the last time Stevenson was inside their 10 was when they were at their 2 after an interception. They were in the end zone 2 plays later. So what can the Wilkes Colonels defense do? I think a turnover would be well-timed here by the Colonels. A 3-and-out would be just as good. Shotgun, 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Crabb brings his tight end in motion. He's tight right now. Now they're going to bring another man in motion. The receiver going to be a handoff on the end around to Chaz Lyles. He's trying to find the edge, makes a few people miss. Ball's fumbled. There it is. Colonel's on top of it at the 14. Lyles on a 4-yard carry, cut back up the middle of the field and put it on the turf, and the Colonels recover. I didn't see who got it. I think it might have been Chang that came up with it. But the Colonels recover, and now the first turnover of the game for Stevenson could turn into points for Wilkes. Let's see if they can do something with it. So they're going to mark it right at the 15-yard line. So Lyles got 5 yards before that ball hit the turf. First turnover of the game for Stevenson. 8:09 to go here, third quarter. From the Stevenson 15-yard line into the red zone already is Wilkes. 3-by-2. Empty gun for Tabora. Has to get it out quickly, and he does. It's complete to Richard Ermias inside the 10-yard line, down near the 7. So they're going to put that one right at the 7. It's an 8-yard pickup. That's Ermias' first catch of the day. Wilkes, a huge turnover. 2nd and 2 from the 7-yard line now. Right to left, they've got the football. 7:36 to go. 2 receivers to the top. Lashinsky's into the game. He sidecar left to Tabora. Taragna is behind Tabora. Play action. Tabora looking. Nowhere to go. Has to float it high, and it is intercepted. He forced it into triple coverage, and it's picked off. Looking to get it to Yannick, and it's intercepted in the end zone. I think, trying to figure out who came down with that. It might have been Garston Banks that came down with the interception. Actually, Brody Coleman has made a couple plays today. Comes up with the interception on the forced pass from Tabora. Just throw it away there. You can't force that. That's Tabora's 2nd interception of the game. It's the 4th turnover of the game for Wilkes. And it stops what would have been a huge touchdown drive and instead gives Stevenson the ball on their own 20-yard line with 7:22 to go in the third quarter. So Tabora tried to fit it into a tight window, couldn't do it. Now it's 3 receivers to the near side for Crabb. Can the Wilkes defense respond? 26-14, they trail. 1st and 10 from his own 20. Crabb looking to get out to the left. Now will run to his right side. He's got some space, has a block across the 25, and the ball came out, but they're going to mark him down at the 27-yard line. A 7-yard pickup. That was close. It looked like as he got hit, that ball got jarred, but they're going to mark him down at the 27-yard line. It's a 7-yard pickup for Crabb. Oh, what a tough day it's been for Wilkes. They finally get a break to go their way, and they throw an interception 2 plays later. So now, it looks like it's Vanker to the near side, 2 receivers to the top. Looking to Vanker's way, and they're going to go to him over the top. He got behind Nazir Woods, and a flag comes in late. Are they going to call a hold on Woods, maybe? 2 flags came in. An incomplete pass, but is it pass interference or a hold call here against Wilkes? Defensive holding against the Colonels. So a 10-yard penalty from the 27 moves the ball out to the 37. So Wilkes, instead of forcing a 3rd and 3, gives up a 1st and 10. So now Stevenson goes 2 to the top, 2 to the near side. Lyles and Vanker are the near side. Shotgun for Crabb. And it's going to be a fake give. Going to give it to Lyles on the near side on a pass, and he's knocked out of bounds. He and Woods exchanged some pushes as Woods was trying to finish the tackle, but they were well out of bounds. 44-yard line, 7-yard pickup. So a 7-yard pickup there. 6:18 to go, 26-14. Mustangs in front here in the third quarter. Stevenson puts 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Drexel Mosby is sidecar left to Ty Crabb. Brings his man in motion. That's Riley Hodge, the tight end. He goes to the top of the formation. Now it's going to be Crabb trying to run off the right side. He dives forward. I don't think it might give him a yard to the 45, and that's it. Wilkes brought pressure on the side that Crabb ran to, and he dove and got hit and only picks up 1. So now that's going to bring up third down, 3rd and 2 here. 2 for 6 on 3rd down is Stevenson. 3rd and 2 from their own 45-yard line. This is a big 3rd down for the Colonels. 4 down linemen for Wilkes. Stevenson bunched in tight in the backfield. Crabb gets it. He's going to try to run off the right side behind some blockers. Has a 1st down near the 50-yard line. They needed 2. He got 5. They had a couple wings on the side that he ran to. They had a blocker in front of him with his running back as well. Easy pickup there for Ty Crabb, the sophomore quarterback. So they go 3 to the top, tight end to the right. Crabb with Mosby sidecar to his right. 1st and 10 from midfield. 4 down lineman once again for the Colonels. Here's the snap. Back goes Crabb. Looks to his left. Now looks over the middle. Has his man. It's high, and it's almost intercepted. It's incomplete. It was intended for Vanker. Back there was, it looked like Weber had a shot at it, but it just went a little high and was incomplete. If he throws that on the money, it's to Vanker, and he might have a touchdown. But it's high, just too high, for Weber to come down with it. 4:45 to go 3rd quarter, 2nd and 10. Sidecar left this time is Titus Johnson. Now they're going to make him sidecar right. 3 to the top, 1 to the near side. Vanker is in isolation. Crabb looking to throw complete to Lyles. Lyles nowhere to go. He's hit behind the line of scrimmage on the pass. They tried to set up the screen. Wilkes had it sniffed out pretty good. A loss of 1 on the play. And that's going to bring up 3rd down. So 3rd and 11 for Stevenson. Can Wilkes stall the offense here? 4:15 to go, 3rd quarter. 26-14, Mustangs in front. Shotgun, 2 to the near side, 1 to the top. Running to the right side is Crabb. He's going to be under some duress, and down he goes. He's sacked in the backfield. Pat Rickey on the stop for the Colonels. Back at the Stevenson 40-yard line. And look out, someone's hurt here. Ty Crabb went down in a heap as Rickey made the stop. And he's tackled back at his own 40. A loss of 9 on the play. And this would be the 2nd quarterback injured, and he's back. He's up. Dan Williams got hurt earlier this year, and Ty Crabb had to step in for him. He's okay. Warming up on the sideline is the freshman Mason Ledford, just in case they need him. But lost in that is that Wilkes forces a punt from Stevenson. They get a big sack, their 1st of the game. And now it's Brandon Ribeiro back to punt from his own 25-yard line. 4th and 20 for Stevenson. So the Colonels force the Ribeiro punt. It's high. It's a wobbler. Yannick makes the catch at his own 21-yard line. So with 3:40 to go here in the 3rd, Wilkes gets the ball at their own 21-yard line. They spoiled an opportunity after a fumble recovery deep in Stevenson territory. They threw an interception in the back of the end zone. It could have got them within another score. But now they get the ball back at their own 21-yard line. A lot of space to work for Jose Tabora and company. 26-14, they trail. Tabora's in an empty gun. He's got Stieber to the top. He's got Nelson near side. Looks like he's got Yannick stacked behind a tight end in the slot to the top of the formation. Now they bring Yannick in motion. They fake the handoff to him. It's going to be Tabora trying to run off the edge. Now he tries to get forward. He was strung out. He just dove, and I think they're going to give him a yard to the 22. Yeah, 1 yard to the 22-yard line is what they will give Jose Tabora. He had a 30-yard touchdown earlier this quarter to cap a 9-play, 79-yard drive for Wilkes. Colonels with 3:05 to go. Here in the third. 3 receivers to the near side. Stieber, Yannick, and Jones. Now they bring a man in motion. It's Taragna, and he's going to be sidecar left. So it's just 3 receivers to the near side. Back goes Tabor. Taragna picks up the blitz. Tabor's under duress, and down he goes. Hanif Jones grabs him and throws him down to the 10. Taragna trying to pick up the blitz, and Jones blew right through it and sacks him for a 12-yard loss. That's massive. That's massive. It puts Wilkes now in a 3rd and long hole. Back at the 10-yard line, they need the 31. It's 3rd and 21 with 2:20 to go. So we'll see if the Colonels try to pick this up. They got 6 seconds on the play clock. They run 2 tight ends to the right side. Tabora brings a man in motion. It's Stieber. Play action. Tabora rolls, dumps it to Stieber. Stieber almost loses his footing as he crosses the 10-yard line. He's only going to get out to the 15. About a 5-yard pickup. That was a bit of a broken play as Wilkes broke the huddle late. Couldn't quite get all the motion they wanted in on it, and they only grabbed 5 yards. So the Colonels, after the 12-yard sack, will be forced to punt. And now Coach Strock, I think, wants to talk to one of the officials. Not sure what is going on here. He's talking to the side judge, the head official, and didn't seem like he really enjoyed whatever explanation he got. So now it will be Yannick to punt. 4th and 16 for the Colonels from their own 15-yard line. So Wilkes wastes an opportunity as they get a punt from Stevenson. A little bit of a low snap, and then flags come flying in. Someone move for the Colonels? Yes. 5-yard penalty backs Wilkes up even further to the 10. And now Despirito is coming into the game for Yannick. So it will be Despirito to kick away. Stevenson with 2 players back to receive, standing at the Wilkes 40-yard line. Stevenson should get some good field position here. Low snap. This one is away by Despirito. High, spiraling punt, and it's picked up by Lee, who almost drops it, but he falls backwards at the Wilkes 47-yard line. So now with 1:10 to go, third quarter, I'll tell you what, Wilkes has had their opportunities. They've had their chances. But now Stevenson has a golden opportunity to try to put this one out of reach. 26-14, they lead. They've got the ball on the Wilkes 47-yard line. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Crab, are they going to go to the over the top already? Try to hit the home run right here. Joppy, sidecar to his right. He almost loses it as he runs out to the left, and he's taken down in the backfield. Pat Rickey got back there again, and it's a 4-yard loss back to his own 49-yard line. So it looked like his Crab, I'm not sure if the snap went out to his left, and then he tried to grab it. He fumbled with it a little bit, and as he ran to his left, Rickey was there to make the tackle. 4-yard loss at 2nd and 14. Man in motion is Joppy. They're going to try the quick pass out to him. They get a screen set up. Joppy has some space as he crosses the Wilkes 45. Great run. He's close to the first down marker, about a yard shy, as they're going to mark it at the Wilkes 38-yard line. So Joppy picks up 13 of the 14 yards they needed. And that will bring up third down. 3rd and 1 from the Wilkes 38-yard line. They need the 37 to Stevenson. They should be able to grab this here with 3 seconds left. They're going to go to the fourth quarter with the lead. So Stevenson on top. 26-14 is the score. They've got a big third down coming here. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoch for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoch State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoch State Farm.
So the third quarter here, Stevenson leads 26-14 over Wilkes. They've got a 3rd and 1 coming at the Wilkes 38-yard line. Some scores from around the MAC. Halftime in Dallas, 14-6, Misericordia on top of FDU Florham. 31-0, Lycoming leads Alvernia. 8:51 to go second quarter there, so Lycoming well on their way to their 4th victory. Delaware Valley on the road in Annville against Lebanon Valley. They lead 21-0 there. 38 seconds to go second quarter. And Kings back and forth, 23-13 over Albright. 4:09 to go second quarter there. So big third down, 3rd and 1 for the Colonels, or for Stevenson at the Colonels' 38-yard line. 2 to the top. They got a wing right as well for Stevenson. A lot of space on the left side of the field. They're just going to hand it off to Joppy. Joppy's got a first down inside the Wilkes 35-yard line. Down to the 34. So he grabs the first down. They convert the third down. And it's 1st and 10 at the Wilkes 34-yard line. 4th quarter underway here, 26-14. This could be the drive that seals it for the Mustangs if they can get up by 3 scores. They have 2 to the near side. They're going to go 2 to the top. They've got a tight end, wing right. And Crabb gets the call from the sideline. 1st and 10 from the Wilkes 34-yard line. Brings a man in motion. Play action on the handoff to him. He's met right in the middle by Bud Moyer. Nice to meet you. And he throws him backwards for no gain. Crabb and Moyer collided. And Crabb's a little slow, and he's a little gimpy, too, as he comes out of that. Moyer really brought the hard hit there. Crabb gets the call from the sideline. 2 to the top. He's got 2 near side. He's got a wing left with the tight end. Again, it's 2nd and 10 from the Wilkes 34-yard line. 13:43 to go in the game. Crabb looks to his right, throws it. It is complete to Lee, and he's hit hard as he gets inside the 30, down at the Wilkes 27-yard line. So a pickup of 7 yards to Lee. And it's going to bring up another third down. 3rd and 3. Ball on the 27, they need the 24. 2 to the near side, 2 to the top once again. Joppy is back out there, their power back. He's sidecar right. 4 down lineman for the Colonels. 3rd and 3. Here's the snap. Quick pass to the outside is complete to Joppy. Breaks 1 tackle, can't break the second from Lucas Wood. And he's down at the 25. They're short of the first down marker by 1 yard. They tried the quick pass out. They get 2 when they needed 3. And is it Joppy that's down? There's a Stevenson player down on the far sideline where Joppy got tackled. I believe that's him. And they'll run out to check on him. And I got to think here, 4th and 1 from the 25. It's an interesting situation here for Stevenson. Do they try to kick a field goal? Do they trust Brandon Ribeiro enough to do that, or are they just going to go for it on 4th down, see if they can try to waste some more time? 12:45 to go here. There's an injured player for Stevenson right in front of the Wilkes bench. And they're going to help him to his feet. It is Joppy. And they're going to run him off. So it looks like Crabb is still out there with the offense, so I got to think here. It's going to be Stevenson going for it. 4th and 1 from the Wilkes 25-yard line. Make or break time for the Colonels. They need this. Tarantelli running out. Montague runs off. So Wilkes going with a 4-down lineman look. They got some pressure on the edges with the linebackers. 2 to the top. Sidecar right as well on the short side of the field. Now Crabb trying to throw the short pass to Lyles. Lyles has a first down, and he's ripped down eventually by a host of Colonels, but not after grabbing 5 yards on the shuttle pass. It's the second time they've ran that with that shuttle pass, and they pick it up. They're 2 for 2. On 4th down is Stevenson. They pick it up, and now they can waste some more time. 12:18 to go. 1st and 10 from the Wilkes 20-yard line. The Colonels are going to run out of time here unless they can get a big play. Trips bunched to the near side, deep. And one receiver to the top. Crabb's going to roll to his right instead, short side of the field, and he's ripped down by his jersey there, as was Derek Schneider making the stop. So they're going to mark him out at the 21-yard line, so he's going to lose a yard on the play. But they're going to say he was forced out, so they run the clock. Ball on the Wilkes 21-yard line. It's 2nd and 11. 26-14. Can the Colonels get a stop and get a quick score to try to make a game of this? Shotgun. Crabb. Handoff. Joppy running up the middle, and he's inside the 20 and down at the 18-yard line. So a pickup of around 3, it looks like. And that's going to bring up another 3rd down here, 3rd and 7. Or 3rd and 8, I should say. The ball's on the 18-yard line. They need the 10. Right to left, Stevenson moving with it in Wilkes territory. 11:09 to go. They lead 26-14. Ball is in the middle of the field. Hodge is the tight end. Right. 3 receivers to the near side. Stango, Vanker, and Lyles. Shotgun for Crabb. Crabb has 2 seconds on the play clock. He gets it off with 1. Looks to the near side to set up a pass for Lyles. Lyles able to make one-man miss. He's tripped out of bounds. He's close to the 1st down marker. They mark him out 2 yards shy at the 12. That's a 6-yard pickup on the screen. And the officials set it and run it. So it's going to be another 4th down attempt, I think, here from Stevenson. This time it's 4th and 2. 10:30 to go. This might be the game for Wilkes right here if they can get the stop. They can't. Stevenson can just waste more time and not leave enough for Wilkes to make a comeback. Shotgun again. Crabb trying to run off the left side. He's hit. He's got nowhere to go, and he's knocked backwards. Down to the 15-yard line. Bud Moyer in on the stop once again. Crabb had nothing and nowhere to go with it. And he loses 3 yards, and it's a turnover on downs. Now that does waste some time, though. 10:11 to go, nearly 6 minutes off the clock on that possession. And now Wilkes takes over with 10:11 to go from their own 15-yard line. Colonels got to get down the field and score. Handoff. This is Wiley. Burrows his way forward to the 18-yard line, a pickup of 3. Wilkes has not had a ton of running room. Just 49 yards before that carry. 2nd and 7. Running to the left side is Tabora. Now floats this one over to the sideline, and Stieber was starting to run with it before he secured the football and drops it incomplete. It was a catch. It was a 1st down at the 30, but Stieber started to run backwards to try to find some space and extend the play before he came down with it. He goes to the top with Yannick. Nelson near side, 3rd and 7. Colonels 5 of 11 on 3rd down. Shotgun for Tabora. Looks to the near side. Still trying to get rid of it. He's under duress, and down he goes. The ball came loose, and it's picked up by Stevenson. Stevenson has the football on the fumble recovery at the 14-yard line. And that should probably do it for Wilkes. A sack and a fumble. 5th turnover of the game for the Colonels. And Stevenson's got the ball with 9:41 to go deep in Wilkes territory. The 14-yard line, already in the red zone. Too many mistakes from the Colonels today on the road. That's been the difference in this game. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side for Stevenson. Shotgun. Crab, 1st and 10 from the Wilkes 14-yard line. Gets the snap, looks to his left, looking across the middle. Now throws it short near side to Mosby, who's spun out of a tackle by Najir Woods, makes the stop right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing doing there, but more time comes off the clock here. 9:18 to go. Run a few players in and out to Stevenson. They are in no hurry to get to the line. 2nd and 10 from the 14-yard line. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. It's a shotgun once again. Crab. Handoff and the ball's on the ground, but I think Crab got on top of it at the 16. It's a loss of 2 as he had some trouble with the handoff. And now it's going to bring up 3rd down. 3rd and 12 from the 16-yard line. Two to the top, 2 to the near side. Shotgun again for Crab. Crab gets it. Back he goes. Looks to his left. Now looks across the middle. Has a man coming open, and it's a touchdown. Crab hit as he let it go, but he connects with Lee, and it's a touchdown for Stevenson. And the Mustangs take advantage of another turnover from Wilkes and stretch the lead to 32-14. On to kick the extra point. That one goes through for Brandon Ribeiro. So Lee on the touchdown catch. The Colonels with their 5th turnover. It gets turned into points for the Mustangs. And they lead 33-14, 8:17 to go, 4th quarter. We'll take a break. We'll be back with more. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza. Delicious pasta dishes. Scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
So welcome back to Stevenson University. 33-14 is the score. The Mustangs on top of the Colonels. It's Colonels football to the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com. I'm Tom Ferguson. Thanks for hanging out with us on your Saturday afternoon. Cadis, far side. Fink, near side, ready to return the kick for Wilkes. 5 turnovers for the Colonels in this game. 3 fumbles, 2 interceptions. Just haven't been able to find something that works consistently for them. Can't get out of their own way. And Stevenson has taken advantage of that. End-over-end kick going to be returned by Fink from his own 10-yard line. Comes out across the 20, now cuts up the field, across the 30. Still fighting for some space out to the Wilkes 34-yard line. And then a flag comes out as there's some pushing and shoving at the end of the play. Not sure on who here. The Wilkes player was slow to his feet, unrelated to that. Mike O'Donnell was down, clutching his leg and kind of slow to get up. Personal foul. Dead ball, unsportsmanlike conduct, on Stevenson. So that's a 15-yard penalty. Just their third foul of the game. And Wilkes on the 15-yard penalty gets the ball moved out from the 34 to the 49. So they go 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. No, 2 by 2, I should say. Shotgun for Tabora. 8:11 to go in this game. His team down by 19 at 33 to 14. Can Jose Tabora make something happen here late for the Colonels? They need a lot of help. Play action. Back goes Tabora. Steps up in the pocket. Has Yannick, and it is complete. Yannick pulls it away from the defender. Yannick on the run, trying to get to the end zone. He's in. Touchdown. No flags. 51-yard touchdown strike. All right. Okay. Colonels get a touchdown here, and it's 33 to 20. A 51-yard strike in one play. As Cutteroff kicks the extra point, and that one's through. All right, so the Colonels pull back to 33 to 21. Still a 2-score game. So they're going to force Stevenson to at least try to play some keep away with it when they get the ball back, as they connect on that play. Tabora on that one goes over 274 yards and 2 touchdowns in this game. On that strike to Yannick to make it 33 to 21. So the penalty against Stevenson works in Wilkes' favor. They get into the end zone. So the Stevenson Hands team is out. We'll see what the Colonels do here. Cutteroff, making sure he's got the right amount of players, and Wilkes comes out into a regular kickoff here. Lee is back at his own 16-yard line. Cutteroff has the ball placed at the 35. 8 minutes to go here, fourth quarter. Cutteroff puts his foot to it. It's an end-over-end kick. Lee going to let this one bounce at the 10-yard line. It's going to skip into the end zone, and it will be a touchback. So Stevenson with 8 minutes to go will start with the ball at their own 20-yard line. Colonels trailing 33 to 21. On the day, 340 yards of offense for Stevenson in this game. They've been able to move the ball pretty effectively down the field. Threw a 16-yard touchdown pass on their last possession. 2-by-2 stacked receivers. 1st and 10 from his own 20. Crabb throws it near side, looking to complete it. Gets it to Lyles. Gets out across the 30 and down at the 33-yard line. Excuse me, they started from the 25. That's an 8-yard pickup. So 2nd and 2 from the 33-yard line. Good start. 2-by-2 once again. Stacked receivers. They're going to set it up. Same play. Back to Lyles once again. He's got a first down. Gets down the sideline and knocked out of bounds at the 42-yard line. A 9-yard pickup. So it looks like Amari Peterson's going to run on here. For the Colonels, as Woods ran out. Woods was getting caught up in that screen they were running for Lyles. 1st and 10 now from their own 42-yard line. 6:57 to go. Blitz coming off the edge for the Colonels. They're able to get Mosby, but he breaks the tackle. He's across his own 45 and swallowed up by the teeth of the defense right there. So a 3-yard pickup. Murphy in on the stop for the Colonels. Makes it 2nd and 7. Ball on the 45-yard line. 6:30 to go. 33-21. Mustangs with the football right in the middle of the field at the 45-yard line, their own 45. 15 seconds on the play clock. 2 to the near side. They go 1 to the top. Crabb, Mosby, sidecar to his left. Tight end left as well, out of the shotgun. 4 down lineman for the Colonels. Here's the snap. Fake the handoff. Throw it out to Lyles. Can't get away from the tackler. Fink, he's knocked down. They're going to say, I guess his knee was down at the 50-yard line, so they're only going to give him to the 50. Which is a 5-yard pickup, and makes it 3rd down. So 3rd and short, 3rd and 2. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side once again for Stevenson. Tight end left. This time it's Johnson, sidecar right to Crabb. 5:28 to go in this game. Crabb. Out of the shotgun, gets the snap, handoff, Johnson, and he's clipped in the backfield by Peterson, a 1-yard loss. And Peterson might have hurt himself too, and Wilkes calls a timeout. Now remember, they had to burn a timeout earlier in the half, so they only had 2 remaining, so they burned 1 there. No gain for Johnson. Now here's an interesting spot with a timeout here for Stevenson. 5:14 to go. I think they got a lot of confidence in what they can do. Are they going to go for it at midfield, or do you punt it deep and rely on the defense that's been so good all year to try to win you this game? That's the discussion that they're having out there right now. Now, it looks like the defensive coordinator is out there for Stevenson talking to his guys. A mess of offensive players out there as well, so we'll see. I think they're punting this away. Lyles is out there, but Ribeiro is also out there. So Stevenson, at least for now, is showing that they're punting, but Lyles is also out there. He's on the far side as one of the gunners. 4th and 2 from the 50-yard line for Stevenson. They're going to punt this one away. Wilkes trying to get after it. They can't. Wobbler of a kick that's going to bounce and roll, and Wilkes has to stay away from it, and it rolls inside the 10-yard line. This is perfect. Excellent job there by the coverage squad for Stevenson. Great punt. And they're going to say, did it hit out at the 10? Or no, it might have touched the Stevenson player at the 10-yard line. So Stevenson punts away. Wilkes takes over at their own 10 with 5:02 to go. This game is not over yet. 33-21 they trail. 5 minutes to go. They have 1 timeout remaining, and they've got Jose Tabora in the backfield. 2, 3 to the top. Nelson, isolation near side. Tight left. Tabora has to do a quick out pass, and it is out of the reach of Nelson and incomplete. Some pressure came off the edge. That might have been Pitts that brought it. Actually, that was Chikwadu and Sato that brought that pressure. Came free, ran right at Tabora, forced him to get rid of it too quick, and was out of the reach of Nelson. So 2nd and 10 from the 10-yard line. 4:59 to go. They go trips to the top with Stieber, Yannick, and Salas Negron. Ermias is the receiver, isolation near side. And they've got a sidecar right to Tabora in Wiley. Pressure coming off the edge once again for Stevenson. Back goes Tabora. Lofts this one to the sideline. It's complete to Yannick. Far side across the 30. 1st down. And he's brought down at around the 32-yard line. So that's a 22-yard pickup to Yannick. Tabora under center and clocks it. So they grab the first down, and now some pushing and shoving. Wilkes players got to try to get away from that right now. They can't afford any penalties. They can't afford any problems like that. So the 22-yard pickup was good for a first down. Second and 10. 3 to the near side, 1 to the top for Tabora. 4:44 to go. Brings a man in motion from his own 32-yard line. Ball on the far side hash. 3 down linemen for Stevenson. They bring some pressure off the edge. Rolling is Tabora. Going to look to run with it instead and slides down at the 36-yard line. So it's a 4-yard pickup for Tabora. Now Wilkes hurries to the line. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Tabora's, actually it's 2 by 2. Empty gun. Back goes Tabora. Quick pass. Complete to Salas Negron. He's tackled at the 40. So it's going to be a 4-yard pickup on third down, but it's going to bring up fourth down. So here you go. And Wilkes gets to the line. 4th and 2. We're going right now. And Stevenson calls the timeout with 4:05 to go to make Wilkes think about it. They're going to make Wilkes think about it a little more here. So the Colonels trying to play a little hurry up. 4:05 to go. They trail 33-21. They got a 4th and 2 on their own 40-yard line. Updates from around the MAC. 31-0 Lycoming over Alvernia. That game's at halftime. Third quarter has started. Misericordia leads FDU 14-6. Delaware Valley in control at halftime, 28-0 over Lebanon Valley. And Kings 23-13 over Albright. That game at half as well. 4:05 to go in this game. Our thanks to our sponsors, our Carol and Janelle's, McCarthy Tire Service, Frank Sorokach, State Farm, for helping us bring this game to you on GoWilkesU.com and the John Mendola Show Network on the YouTube Live page. Thanks for hanging with us. 2 to the near side, 3 to the top. Empty gun for Tabora. 4th and 2. Need this. But the game's over. 33-21. Back goes Tabora. 4-man rush, under duress, gets away, lofts it, and it's high and incomplete. Hanif Jones had a shot at it. Nelson tried to go up for it as well. It was too high, and it's an incomplete pass. Tabora under duress just had to try to get it to somebody. So now, Colonels, defense on their own 40-yard line. Stevenson takes over there with 3:59 to go and just 1 timeout remaining for the Colonels. Don't expect the ball to be in the air too much here. Crabb comes out. 2 wings to the right in Lyles and his tight end, Hodge. 1 receiver to the top of the formation. Right to left for Stevenson. Mosby sidecar left. Handoff to Mosby running off that right side. He's met in the middle by Pat Rickey. But not before he gets to the 37-yard line, and Wilkes takes their final timeout. So Wilkes burns their last timeout. 3:53 to go here. 33-21 they trail. Colonels home against Lycoming next week. Then they have a bye, and then it's the Mayor's Cup game at home against King's College. The final week of the regular season. Stevenson is on the bye next week before they go to Lycoming on November 3rd, and then November 10th they're home against FDU Florham in their regular season finale. Picked to finish second in the conference behind the defending champs, Delaware Valley. A surprising Misericordia start might put a wrench in that. Misericordia does not face Stevenson this year. They don't face Stevenson or Delaware Valley. They avoid probably 2 of the tougher teams on the schedule. So now, out of the timeout, no timeouts remaining for Wilkes. 3:53 to go in this game. Let's see what Stevenson does here. They got 2 wings to the right again, and Lyles and Hodge. Mosby sidecar left to Crab. Crab, play clock winding down, gets the snap. Handoff, right side again with Mosby, just runs into a wall and picks up 2 yards to the 35-yard line. Not a ton of space there, brings up 3rd and 5 as they untangle the legs. So ball on the 5-yard line, 3rd and 5. Now Stevenson is still running to the line and lining up. They still got 17 seconds on the play clock, and they're going to line up. So they're going to spend a lot of time on the line here. 3:17 to go. 9 seconds on the play clock. Shotgun again, 3rd and 5. They snap it with about 5 seconds on it. It's a handoff to Joppy, and he's close. He's a yard short. So Joppy can't pick up the first down. Forces a 4th down here. And Stevenson's going to go for it. Wilkes has to sell out here. 3rd and 1 from the Wilkes 31-yard line. Stevenson picks this one up. The game is over. 2:40 to go. Clock continues to run. And I don't know that Stevenson's going to go for it. They might let this wind, call timeout, and then try to kick a field goal or something like that. Crab's not even walking to the line. He's walking to his sideline, and now with 1 second on the play clock, they call a timeout with 2:20 to go. So Stevenson winds the clock down to 2 minutes and 20 seconds. They lead by 12 at 33-21. They got the ball on the Wilkes 31-yard line. Not sure what they're going to do here. Ribeiro is 1 for 2 on field goals this year coming into today. Was 6 for 8 on extra points coming into today. And he's missed 2 of them on the 5 touchdowns that Stevenson has scored. His long this year is 21 yards. From here, you're looking at close to, I would say, about 48 yards or so. So I don't know that they're going to try that. Now Crab's coming out, so the offense is out. So Stevenson's going to go for it here. Receiver to the top. 2 wings to the right. Game for Wilkes is right now. 4th and 1 from the 31-yard line for Stevenson. Joppy, sidecar left to Crab. Handoff. Joppy going to try to get it, and he's hit. I think he's got the first down, though. I think he got to the 30. It really depends on the spot. I think he's got it, though. He was hit and shoved backwards. It's right at the line. They're going to measure. They're going to measure. So this is the game right here. I think they got it. The nose of the ball is resting on the 30-yard line. First down, Stevenson. So Joppy picks it up. Stevenson converts to a 3rd down, or their 3rd, 4th down of the game. And that should all but wrap it up here. 2:16 to go. Stevenson a 1st and 10 at the Wilkes 30-yard line. The Colonels cannot stop the clock. 33-21 they lead to the Mustangs. Wilkes had their chances, but turnovers and mistakes, 5 turnovers to be exact, hurt the Colonels in this one. Shotgun. 2 to the top, 1 to the near side. Crab with 1:55 to go here. Handoff. Joppy running off the right side is hit, spins away from a tackler, and he's down near the 26. 4-yard pickup. So 90 seconds to go, 2nd and 6. Ball on the 26-yard line. And Crab, I think, is going to go under center and kneel this one out. He's waiting. 10 seconds on the play clock. 9 seconds. Still hasn't gone under center yet. And now with 4 seconds, goes under. Takes it with 1 and kneels it. So Stevenson's going to move on to 6-2, 5-1 in the conference. Wilkes drops back to 500, 4-4, 3-3 in the conference. 33-21 is how this one's going to end between Stevenson and Wilkes. 19 seconds to go on the play clock. They're going to have to get one more play off. There's 37 seconds to go here. About a 23-second differential between the game clock and the play clock. They snap it with 3 seconds left. Crab backs up to the 31. And that's going to end it. It was back and forth for a little bit. But Wilkes, with some self-inflicted penalties and mistakes and turnovers, unfortunately walks out of Stevenson a 33-21, or on the wrong side of 33-21, as the Mustangs take it over the Colonels. So Stevenson moves on. They make their case for the top of the conference, and Wilkes drops back to 500, 3-3 in the conference, 4-4. Their next 2 games at home. Home against Lycoming, then home against Kings College. So we'll see what they can do there. So the final score, 33-21, Stevenson over Wilkes. We'll take a break. We'll come back with the final stats and analysis. You're listening to Wilkes Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com.
Celebrating 90 years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.
State Farm offers discounts to young drivers for good grades and a positive driving record. Call Frank Sorokoch for more information about these discounts and other ways to reduce the insurance costs for young drivers. Like a good neighbor, Frank Sorokoch State Farm's office is there. Check out their new location at 186 East Tioga Street in Tunkhannock. Call 570-836-4000 for Frank Sorokoch State Farm.
Are you craving that homemade taste? Head over to our Carol and Janelle's in the new Takeaway Kitchen, located on Main Street in Old Forge for over 50 years. When family and friends are looking to get away to dinner, head to the new Takeaway Kitchen at our Carol and Janelle's. As authentic as it gets. Eat in or pick up. Mouth-watering red and white pizza. Delicious pasta dishes. Scrumptious desserts. When family and friends come in, the best in your hospitality comes out. Head to Old Forge and visit our Carol and Janelle's, where you can eat in or pick up at the new Takeaway Kitchen today.
So we're here from Stevenson University. The final score 33-21. The Colonels fall on the road to the Mustangs. Just couldn't quite get themselves over the hump. 352 yards of total offense for Wilkes in this game. 300 yards passing on the day for Jose Tabora. They were sacked 4 times, though. They threw 2 interceptions. They fumbled a few times as well, 5 times to be exact. And technically, I guess they counted the one that on the beginning of the second half was kicked at a Wilkes player and bounced off his helmet. They counted that as a fumble. And so that means 6 turnovers in this game for Wilkes. Just couldn't quite get out of their own way. Stevenson, meanwhile, was able to hold on to the football. Only 1 turnover all game. Ty Crabb was as good as advertised, 21-26, 229 yards and 2 touchdowns. A 53-yard pass, his longest of the day, to get them set up for another touchdown. But Wilkes had their chance. It was a little touch and go there. It was 20-7 at halftime, and you thought, okay, Wilkes still gets the ball to start the second half. They get a good drive to start things off. This can go differently. But Stevenson kicks it at one of the Wilkes upmen, and this is just one of the most bizarre things that I think I've seen in a football game, where it hits a helmet and bounces skyward back the other way to an area where a Stevenson player can just catch it and run with it. It sets Stevenson up deep in Wilkes territory. They score on a 36-yard touchdown pass from Chaz Lyles to Ty Crabb. and that makes it 26-7. And then from there, Ty Crabb to Chaz Lyles. And then from there, Wilkes was just playing catch-up the rest of the way. Zabora did score a 30-yard run on the next possession to make it 26-14. But Wilkes, after being gifted the ball inside the 21-yard or at the 21-yard line on a fumble, couldn't do anything with it, throws an interception. Stevenson's able to get out of that, no problem. They eventually score a 16-yard touchdown pass. Wilkes scores on a 51-yard touchdown pass from Jose Tabor to Nick Yannick, but it just wasn't enough time for the Colonels to make a comeback. Too many mistakes, too many problems for Wilkes in this game, and they just couldn't quite do it. 6-13 on third down. They had 15 first downs. They're used to getting a lot more than that. Only 52 yards rushing in this game. They got their yardage, but they just couldn't quite make it count when they were given those opportunities. So the final score, 33-21, some final statistics, at least for the Colonels. Jose Tabora goes 15 rushes, 47 yards, and a touchdown, had that 30-yard touchdown run. He was 23-37, 2 touchdowns, 2 interceptions, 300 yards passing. Jeff Stieber, 9 catches, 131 yards, held without a score. Nick Yannick, 4 catches, 93 yards, and that 51-yard touchdown run, or 51-yard touchdown catch. Juan Salas Negrona, 3 catches for 32 yards. Harrison, 3 catches for 25 yards. They got their production, but they didn't finish in the end zone where they needed to. Lucas Wood, a great game for him. 14 tackles, 8 solo tackles. Bud Moyer had 10 tackles, 6 solos. Zach Weber finished with 7 and 3. A couple tackles for loss between Wood and Bud Moyer as well. Chaz Lyles was the high man rushing for Stevenson. 4 rushes, 41 yards, and a touchdown. Had that 14-yard touchdown run to open the scoring. Chaz Lyles was also 2 for 2 for 51 yards and 2 touchdowns. Ty Crabb was 21-26, 229 yards and 2 touchdowns. Lyles had 11 catches, 113 yards, and a score. Johnson, 3 catches, 56 yards and 2 scores. Vincent Lee, 3 catches, 28 yards, and a touchdown for Stevenson. So Wilkes gets Lycoming next week at home. They might be getting a Lycoming team coming off a win. They're up 31-0 over Alvernia. Third quarter about to begin out in Williamsport. 20-14, FDU Florham on top of Misericordia and driving, starting in their own territory with 4:44 to go the third quarter there. FDU on top of the Cougars on the road. 28-7, Delaware Valley on top of Lebanon Valley in Annville. 9:40 to go in the third quarter there. And third quarter underway between Kings and Albright. 23-13. Kings on top of the Lions there. So Wilkes gets Lycoming next week. Stevenson is off. Thanks so much for listening. This has been Colonel Football on the John Mendola Show Network and GoWilkesU.com. I'm Tom Ferguson. Have a great rest of your Saturday afternoon.
Years, McCarthy Tire and Automotive Centers has been there for generations of families for the highest quality in tire, service, and scheduled maintenance. With over 50 locations along the East Coast, our family is growing with yours. We are one of the top independent retailer dealers in the United States. You can visit us at any of our service centers in Wilkes-Barre, Scranton, Kingston, Hazleton, and Williamsport. Service your vehicle with a family you can trust. Make your family a part of the next generation of McCarthy Tire. Visit us on the web at mccarthytire.com.